Decap on Sacred Site. May hasn't bothered to go for castle drops at all, right? Yeah, that's a little bit surprising. Because that's a great way of, like, rebolstering your losses, your worker losses. It just seems he doesn't care. So Decap on center. Gets the walls up with the crossbowman. There's still some Radari hanging around, I believe. Is that open? Not quite. I think there's one tree in the way of just running through there. So yeah, May dodges a bullet there. How is he still going? Just go Imperial Age, man. This is classic Killiardi. I think him more than almost any other player in pro play tries to avoid going Age 4. He hates late game. And he will do all but anything to avoid it. But I think the time has arrived. You know, call me old-fashioned, but 4,600 silver is where it's probably time to invest in the future. Good lord. Foreign engineering company time? Foreign engineering company time? Foreign engineering. See, I get these matchups. I get the divine hate of elephants, and I understand what you need to remove them. Nothing says get off my lawn elephant like a giant bowling ball hurling towards them. Still, this is taking so long that May is getting a lot of things. Biology is a minute and a half away. Silk Bowstrings just 2 minutes out with 40 archers. Ain't gonna be an easy fight for poor old Killiardi. There are only 3 elephants? There's 4. But there's also like this 50 plus range units with Incendiary. Do you really want to fight into that? Like, he's got a good counter crossbow and archers, and they are fully upgraded. The other thing that people really don't respect about Delhi at this point in the game is Force March. You might kill the elephant straight away, but then the rest of the army just runs away at 2 movement speed. It's so underrated. Like, it's so unfortunate. It's so depressing how often I see the late game come and Delhi don't even use Force March. Not even to run the reinforcements to the main fight. It's one of those things that can actually make Delhi stand out so much in ultra late game. Any Ghazi? I think a direct fight looks pretty good for him right now. Let's find out. He's on approach now. Blue needs some time still. And the foreign engineering company on the front side is a bit dicey. Wait, May. Wait. What? He's got so much resource in reserve. He's not building the last of the army. He's not pushing. Is he a masochist? It seems a little bit weird to me. Nice little raid around the back to idle out the gold. I don't know, man. I think May just kind of missed a window, a very big window there. This is very unusual now. Extra walls coming up. Not they're gonna last long now that the cannon's in place. So, he just gave Blue the breathing room, man. That's crazy. And look at what he's doing with it. He's got the extra tiers now coming in. That's tier 4 for the cavalry. Extra armor, extra health. They now have 9 armor, 324 HP. He can just immediately queue up the next tier, by the way. He's got that much silver in reserve. He could straight up just go into the next level. And there he just queued it. 3,000 silver like it's nothing. Jeesh. I mean, after this, he could think about going for the next range tier. He's getting 1,400 silver a minute. Radari raid comes in again. May, I don't know what we're doing here anymore, bud. Go to more elephants, apparently. Steps up. Now remember, Blue can't get Incendiary because Vikings don't like reading. That's why they just draw middle fingers and other weird things on their runestones. They don't do real language. They've never written English on those things. Good reason. Blue's trying to get rid of the mangoes, but is being pushed back a bit too fast here. Cannons, 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 cannons. Hope! Crossbows will scare him away. Block there. Archers are overkilling. Cannons can go for snipe now. 1 mango remains. Blue in the Hodor formation. Last of the siege removed. And more elephants are gone. The Radari can now try to carry because the archers aren't going to hold on long. May has to retreat from this. A scrappy affair. He waited too long. He now has to do an elite Radari upgrade, multiple cannons, like so many details here that came through because that original push forward he just shirked away from, retreated for nothing. And now Mangos can't really win you the game, guys, because the cannons. Like, big props to Killyadi for this. So many people would have been tempted to just get Cataphracts because Cataphracts are OP. But in this game, cannons is 100% the call. Foreign engineering company is too important. Because, like, your alternative is you build, like, what, normie bombards, and they're way too slow. Some Tower Elephants? Nah, dude. Tower Elephants against cannons, bad. Tower Elephants against cannons just die. They die much quicker than War Elephants do. Because when you deal with cannons, you're dealing with pure damage. So your armor doesn't matter, your raw health is all that matters. And Tower Elephants have a lot less health than War Elephants. Number flash coming in. Castle already dropped. Yeesh. And now you can target the elephants one by one. They're not going to last long against this. Archers barely registering real damage that I'd say matters anymore. Just look at those cannon shots, man. 600 HP, boom, 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 boom. Down to 300, boom, 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 gone. Has to create a blow here. Looks like the Radari wave did get exhausted. But there's no backline fire anymore. May, his army's a lie. It's 26 scholars. Trying for another castle drop, but I mean, there's a mango emplacement coming, guys. And wait, he's got level 4 upgrade. Ay, ay, ay. Sing Kumbaya and a prayer. And that castle has to be cancelled. The back away. So in a bit of a meat grinder, but the numbers are now favoring Blue. Blue is running away with this, man. Macedonian late game returns. I can't believe this. I mean, Blue had such a good strike in, right? But it felt like a little bit game furry, the length at which he hung around with the crossbows, losing all of them on that dive on the town center. But then we had May in what looked like a pretty dominant position, hesitant to push up. And as a result, Killyadi gets the time necessary to reach late game. And now he looks like the beast. What do you do against this? Okay, switching to Ghazi is pretty smart here. Your opponent doesn't have that many Radaris. You can just try to rotate around him and then kill the cannons. Those cannons go for Mango again, scares him off. New War Elephant arriving. That's going to be the pristine target. Oh my god, the health just starts melting on these bad boys. Another one dead. And if you're not shooting them, you're shooting ranged units. And ranged units will die in one hit to cannons. Because the bonus against infantry. I'm not sure about that. He's adding in nested beat. Careful, Blue. We're a little bit at risk of becoming CGRD here. And CGRD could easily get wiped. Because the problem here, guys, is like your opponent's prepping Ghazi. I think he even got a glimpse of it. He might have seen one of those ponies by accident from me. Maybe he just doesn't care. He's like, I can balance this out. If I keep the pressure up, I can't build his army big enough. So I can kind of see the mentality of that. Yeah, but these Nestabis aren't that good, right? They don't get the additional barrels tech that would make them pretty busted. More villager raid inside. Wait, why would the... Oh, I think they must have been building outposts. I'm trying to figure out what those workers were doing for a sec. A little bit weird. March into the base. All right, what do you think, guys? Ones if you think Blue's going to win this. Twos if you think Pink is. Call me curious. 5 cannons now. Shoosh. May still just spamming up crossbows. Have we been dropping runestones? We haven't. It's such an annoying thing to remember to do, but very important thing to do. And now the backstab, the Ghazi, they go in. They find the nest of bees. Maybe the cannons as well. He's going after them. Gets one. Might be able to get a second. So good trade out. More than that, actually. The front line gave over. The Radari reacted on the flank. And it forfeited the front side of the engagement. Just, Ghazi, just hit him once. Just hit him once, bro. Come on. Just once. Just once. There you go. Crossbows, get rid of it. So all siege gone. Blue's push is about to come to an end. I cannot believe that. That was sick. May. What a rotation. That Ghazi backstab that Blue should have known about because his workers died on the side, remember? And now, yeah, good eyeballs from chat. Where's Killyadi's gold? Blue's out. He didn't move for this. He's been pushing center the whole time, but he never claimed the veins on the left side. He's got lots of passive silver, but like gold-wise, he can't build Radari. He can't build crossbows. You have to start scaling into archers. That's the right idea. He does start switching into the range techs. Mangonel placements crawling up when to try and assist, but he needs to be a little bit careful not to over aggro here. He needs to rebuild. What is this game? So yeah, Kirio's been 2TC for a while. More farms coming in. He's up to 58 farms now, which is pretty good. The other problem he's going to run into on this map, though, wood is a finite resource. Wood runs out a lot faster than you'd think in the late game with Rocky River. There's just not that much. He's got plenty of reserves for now, but, you know, if you creep towards the hour mark, I've just seen this map go barren. And yeah, relic count does favor Mei, and he should already have Type Barn, so he's pretty Gucci on that front. Oof. Decap's now coming in. Look to take that for himself as well, which is even more gold injection. Not that he really needs it right now. I mean, he needs a little bit for mangoes, but he's mainly just spamming food wood units, right? I think both of them are going to be stuck doing that. Which is a bit annoying, actually, if you're blue, right? Because, like, you're up against Ghazi. Crossbows do find the Radari trapped in the corner, so minus Vikings. Army's now rotating, so finally it looks like blue is considering this gold, maybe? I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, there's definitely ways you can win with just your Varangian units, i.e. the Archer Spears, i.e. no gold. But you're going to be pushing that into likely mangoes. This is where Foreign Engineering Company is so much better than Palatine School, by the way. Like, if he had gone Palatine School, he couldn't play Anti-Siege. He'd be screwed with this comp. But because he can keep spending silver into cannons and STBs, there is hope. One big problem I find with Macedonians in these type of situations is like you're so much later than the Delhi to get all your techs. Like Delhi got them for free, it took longer, but they got them. You take ages to get these final silver tiers because they're so expensive, guys. Like, look at this. You want to get tier 5 ranged? That's going to cost you 3.2k silver. You want to get the final tech of armor for cavalry? That's 4,000 silver. And this isn't like a standard blacksmith tech for other civs. You don't get... It's not like you get ranged armor 1 that goes on all your military units. These are specific to each unit type. So if you want to have 2 unit types in your army, it takes a very long time to get late game online. Coming in, STBs, shoving back the Archer wave, actually. Good fight from blue. The siege just not being addressed here. I don't know where the extra Ghazi are. I think they're just spawning out currently. And he dives in. He actually goes to the snipe. Gets one. Gets the second one. No, he misclicks the first time. Gets it before the reload. Really good clutch find there by Mei. Yeah, I've got the runestone drops now coming in, but not that great on the archers here. It gives them more range, which you don't need because Mei is right on top of you. Castle drop on the flank is also now protecting him over here. And a castle drop to the south. Hello. Bad time for blue to have just moved out for this. Yeah, he didn't set up any defenses, guys. He's got no outpost, nothing of sorts. The castle drop. I mean, it's a little bit greedy what blue has done here. And now with that breather, Mei springs into action. The Ghazi, they're aware. They're already heading over. Ay, ay, ay. That's going to be a stinger. He's going for a castle now. There might be hope. Mei, about to turn the corner and reveal the goodies. Ghazi, they've got the damage for this. That castle is going to be a big fat L. Blue stuck without gold again. Luckily, he was at least able to garner enough to get elite tech for horsemen. But that is all he did. Still, these horsemen are pretty impressive, actually. I think horsemen late game for Macedonians gets kind of a hard rap. They don't get enough credit. Look at those stats. It's actually insane. So Ghazi have 250 HP, but they cap out at 3 armor. These guys, like, they've got 6 armor. 202 HP. Yeah, it's lower, but they cost less as well. He hasn't been scaling, and also, by the way, this is vet. They're going to go elite. I think they end up being like 240, I want to say it is. Okay, 234. Now, look, 13 damage versus 18 base, but He hasn't been getting the melee tech levels. He's now doing that. But this goes back to what we said about, like, Macedonians are slow to get there with each of these moves because it's so expensive. If they get there. You have to keep in mind, he's going to be adding in, like, what, an extra 5 damage here? So that's going to be bringing him up to 19 damage compared to Ghazi that hit for 21, but they hit slower. Then if he remembers to add in his Hippodrome Horseman, they're going to get a Giga buff of another 2 damage. All the while having superior melee armor, which makes them just as tanky, more tanky than the Ghazi. Even the ranged armor situation, right? Like 11 ranged armor compared to 8. Again, Nest Bees. We have got Zeal and healing here. You have to be careful with Nest Bees. You need enough to make sure you're definitely killing. Otherwise, you're just feeding the attack speed buff. Ghazi with the backstab rotation from both sides. Mei with the masterpiece. He finds the bees. One down, second one sniped. No siege. Blue, wrong place. Bad time. Mei is styling, man. He is cinema right now. Blue is going to at least erase the Ghazi. Has got more Nesta Bees on the way. Now it's just mass range from Mei against mass force. Oh, that might be a problem. Also, remember the spears. The spears have got increased attack speed the more of them there are. Like, Spear Horseman, weirdly enough, works for blue. It breaks purple. Purple-pink. If he gets enough of them, it just wins. The key is having enough production, having enough of it forward. Maybe with the choke point hold. Might be good to put the skulls a bit further forward because the horseman won't do as much damage. And we have got a mass hand cannon switch now. That's kind of nutty. Mass hand cannon is not a bad idea. Very, very expensive though. He needs to make sure he's able to hold on to the gold. Like, he has to lock it in, vice grip, and not let go. Nesta Bees back in the fight. This could be a good spread. Tries to split? I don't know what that was. Like, going forward, going back. Can't make up your mind. He's going to be forced to retreat now, though. He came out of the small choke point. Guys, like, you're not going to win against Horsemen if you're in an open battlefield. The wall gap is what made him hold on for so long. War Elephants just got queued again, which is kind of nuts. Not a bad idea here. Though I do think Varangian Spears are some of the best at dealing with elephants, guys. Because there's going to be so many running at you, their attack speed is going to be down to like 1.4, 1.3 instead of the standard, what was it, 1.8? They attack very quick. And then if you keep building the champion, or you at least remember to drop runestones, you get on top of War Elephants like that. Scholar's gone? Yeah. I mean, you're not going to rebuild Scholars, right? It's kind of a one and done. So the Zeal is gone, you're correct. But, like, the thing I always point out about Zeal, it is nice to have. But if you can afford the army in its place, population-wise, it's not as effective, right? Zeal's a 50% increase in attack speed. How about this? If I have one less population into Scholar, but have it into military instead, I now have 100% more attack speed of that unit. The math don't lie. And Mei does seem to have the resources, at least for now. 32 hand cannoneers, another 10 in queue. Castle, already got flop once, second one. Now to be sieged into by the cannon. Horseman, now adding them up on the gold. Back gold also is not... Wait, he didn't get... Oh my god, dude, he just left him with vision the whole time. Teasing him about the gold, like, come and get it. And the Horseman, looks like the hand cannoneer actually dove into them to get the sniper and siege. He's now chasing up. No runestone drops coming through, by the way. So War Elephants will be able to escape. He already used Force March to get in. He can't use it to get out. So got to be careful not to lose his hand cannoneers. They're more valuable than the War Elephants. Stands his ground. Yardi now trickle troopering, which is never a good idea. And practically nothing gets to retreat. And that is why gun turns out to be pretty good in Age of Empires. 20 home blade men at arms. I get where you're going with that, but I would rather just have bulky units that I kite with and more hand. I'm okay with Mei's pump, really. But yeah, like men-at-arms, they have their uses. I do think they're underrated. Oh, well, he agrees. There you go. He's queued him up. It's a tank. No, I get what you mean. I think like the idea of War Elephants like staggered retreat tanking is good. He's going for it. Good call. My only worry here is he shouldn't have gold access so long. He lost the castle, so he's adding in more units to cost gold now by doing this. Instead of just like Ghazi span to try and hold a bit longer. But I guess against this many spears, what choice do you have? They are pressing hard. No healing anymore. The War Elephants aren't going to get rejuvenated after this, guys. This is like playing Order of the Dragon now, where you win one fight and then lose the second. So all blue bodies looks bad, but now look at these health bars. These elephants are a humongous liability. And, oh, we did get Shivs out. He's finally getting rid of the buildings. Like, wait a second. How did you know that I had 47 workers out? Oh, the buildings. That's right. I'm not playing Macedonians. Turns out Indian people don't want the silver. We just want the gold. That's a winning mentality, actually. Who wants silver if you can be gold? Blue's prepping the next wave. Hankan near count. I think the biggest use for the men-at-arms is that they can go for a forced march dive onto the Nesta bees. If they do that, then hand cannoneers can carry the fight. If they don't, I think hand cannoneers are going to get wiped by this. Which shots already scaring the back. Men-at-arms get revealed nice and early, only 12 of them. May's nowhere near pop, guys. What's been happening with these builds? He should definitely have enough production. Goes to the engagement. Horsemen rotating around the back, though. Elephants holding firm for the moment, but they're starting to drop. Just a few crossbows at the back to snipe them down. They're all low health now. So yeah, once again, hand cannoneers hold. They stand true in the test of time, but the price this time is going to be elephants. I'm also getting like increasingly concerned that May's never counterattacking. Like I think May woke up today like you know, he had like that kind of like Cinderella moment, like the butterflies and the birds and everything. He's like, today I'm gonna play They Are Billions. I will be holding in my base. The Zerg waves will never stop, but I will live forever. Buddy, that's not how you win this game. This game requires you to clear the map. 53 hand cannoneers. Guys, he doesn't have an answer to Nesta Bees right now. If Blue sees this, oh, there we go. There's the answer. Yeah, he used it. Okay, I shouldn't have doubted. Oh man, I shouldn't have doubted him. If there was any player who was going to use Force March correctly in AoE 4, this is the guy. Like, guys, I can't believe you all doubted it. I definitely never doubted it. You all doubted it. This man right here, this myth, this legend, May, he has got, let me just give you the actual raw numbers, the real numbers, because he deserves that respect. If you have a look at him across all patches, in ranked matchmaking solo, he has 1,258 games of Delhi. With a pick rate of 94% and a win rate of 64%. Guy's a beast. May's your model to play Delhi? I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's all he does. I feel like everyone else plays other civs and then forgets Force March exists because you only have it on this civ. Such a good ability. I'm going to put it in MOBA terms for some Dota people. It's like building phase boots and forgetting to use the active. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? Blue respects it. Kilyadi just queued up 4 Nesta Bees. He needs to lose some units. Because his biggest problem here right now is population. Like, actually, I would just say cancel the cannons. They're not helping you. Surprised there's so many May fans around. I think it's like, you know what it is? Like the Uncanny Valley type thing. Like, it's the teeter-totter. You like it and you hate it. You hate that he's, like, playing Delhi, because Delhi is seen as a bit of a scumbag civ. Like, they've been very broken at multiple times in the history of Age of Empires 4. But you also have to respect the skill. Right? Regardless of, like, cheeky tricks he's done in the past, how broken they are. The level to which he plays them. You know? It's like there was a guy in Dota 2 called Arise who was the Magnus god. He could do things to this hero that just don't make sense. Like, you watch him, and it's like watching the most epic Call of Duty sniping montage. And, like, he could pick that even when it was a broken hero, and you still respect him picking it. So trade's coming in now, by the way. May is early in the trade, but he has got 3,000 gold, so he can afford some losses for now. Problem is, Blue knows about it. Guys, I don't know. Wait, Blue went trade as well. Wait, oh my god. He's pretty deep, too. 21 traders already. That crept up on me unnoticed. I mean, I noticed because I looked up his economy count. I was like, that's a lot of people. But Ghazi, I was trying to raid. This is the first time we've really seen May do this in a long time. Glad he's finally trying to raid the backside. But I'm a little bit worried that maybe it's a tiny bit late. If anything, you're kind of doing Blue a favor because we just mentioned he's overcapped. Kind of needs to lose some troops. Like, kind of, I mean, really needs to lose some troops. And he does realize he's overextending there. Pulls back the siege. Hand cannon near count is stable now at 50. This is usually what we call the kill shot. This is where you peak in late game. If you can get to 50 hand cannoneers, it's one of the hardest comps to overcome. If your opponent can only afford the hand cannoneers and doesn't have any melee or whatever, there are ways. But if he's got a supporting army of crap to throw at you, but he's keeping this core count high, this is what breaks most late games. Let's see if the Nest Bees are good enough. First of all, they need to be burned. A little bit of trade out here. Archer plus crossbows are essentially getting sacrificed, but that should free up population to start spawning better units. The problem is right now, Blue needs to cancel the bloody cannons. Seriously, guys, he's got another one queued up behind this. The cannons are griefing him. A castle drop, I mean, ambitious idea. I don't know when we're getting that down, though. May, hesitant to dive the castle himself, understandably so. Yeah, this thing only has, you know, +4 extra damage from blacksmith decks on each shot. Oh. What's interesting, actually, is that Blue has stopped scaling silver tiers. Why? He's switching now into what? Varangian? Okay, but keep going infantry decks then. Like, get the arm. The arm is huge here. And he can definitely afford it. He's like, guys, he's got 5 Nesta Bees backlog. That's 3,000 silver. Kilyadi's on 5,000 silver. He is that grandpa that hoards silver. Like, you know, like he's gonna pass in a few years, and you're gonna go down in his basement. You can just find ingots everywhere of the stuff. You're gonna end up on the pawn shop and like in Vegas, trying to shift it to the old man who's now been resurrected because it's a Halloween special. I should say that. That's so dad. Then again, show business, baby. All right, wall now being broken. Silver's a good store of value. There he is. All right, Grandpa, calm down. Break on the wall, but he's holding on the walls, right? Like, he's got extra range, extra protection there. It's actually getting a little bit weird on positioning out of May. He's down to 30 hand cannoneers. He sent the Ghazi to raid backside. That should start to get reacted to eventually, but I don't think Blue minds too much in the meantime, right? Like, he's got too much economy still. I think Kilyadi just wants to make himself a throne made out of silver at this point. 6,000. Bro, you're building spears. You were upgrading Varangian. Spend your money. Silver might be a good store of value, but you know you can invest as well. S&P 500, come on. God, at this rate, we'll be able to buy a yacht. And there we go. I see what it is now. Kilyadi's that type of guy who likes to save 200 wood to build farms. 2,000 wood to build farms, right? He's like, I don't want to... It's not APM efficient to click on a building to press one button. If I'm going to click on a building, I'm going to press multiple buttons, okay? At some point, you forget silver because you spend 3K. Next time you spend it, it's 5K. Yeah, agreed. It does scale pretty hardcore. I think your biggest crime is, like, the backlog in the foreign engineering company, though. Because, like, that's where I think most people are like, I can't spend the silver because I need more seed. But at one point, you had, like, 4,500 silver worth of siege queued in that thing. when you still had several thousand silver. And what in tarnations was happening here? May just birthed 11 elephants. Oh my god! 14 at once. Okay, so someone's investing in the elephant birthing economy. The other's in the silver economy. Let's see if ivory or silver trade is worth more. I mean, it's a pretty big army. The bees count is up to 3 now. Unfortunately, you've now got 3 nested bees when your opponent has got a big boatload of elephants. Kind of wanted this earlier, not later. Rodari Wave is pretty nice, though, to try and, like, what, backstab onto the hand cannoneers. You've got a lot of health on these bad boys. 351. QI's not using Mango Tiles much. It's because Mango Tiles are very hard to use in Imperial Age, because, like, your opponent could just build a cannon and blitz them, right? But the cavalry are doing pretty well. They have arrived. Rotation around the flank. Just go straight for the farms and shut them down. If May wants to go elephants, that's going to be pricey on gold and food. The horsemen agree. Look at these gorgeous stats. 5 tiers of melee damage. Good luck, workers. Feudal Knight levels of damage, man. Pretty effective. Castle drop is... Dude, is this your goal? Like, you know, everyone sets themselves a goal 5-10 years from now. This is Kilyadi's goal. Is like, if I'm still alive in 10 years, I'll have a castle right here. It's like the Only Fools and Horses scene. This time next year, Rodney, we'll be millionaires. We'll be Sylvionaires. Handgun count's pretty low, by the way. May's been reduced down to 17. His gold trade is up to 28, but now, just as he's been getting online, the raids are starting to creep through. He still has the castle up, though, so not easy to just run in and just kill the traders. Dude, this game is never going to end. I swear this is always Rocky River. Are you using a filter? No, this is just how I look. Heyo. You talking about the game? No, we don't use that. Okay, this is where I'm going to, like, explain the psychology of things to you. What you're seeing and what you're thinking is you're seeing the power pink, and it's making you think there's a filter. Because the power pink is so goddamn aggressive. And, wait, May? May? Oh my dear God. That's a war crime. That is a war crime right there. Toss them on a fire. They'll keep us warm. May's down to 50 workers. All for the wood. I mean, we talked about, we warned it just past an hour, the wood would be gone. And true to our word, he was forced onto straggler trees. There's nothing left. This map always gets picked dry. So now all that remains is the ivory and silver trade. Ghazi trying to wrap in. Ghazi won't become sustainable anymore. May's got a lot of gold income, though. Like, that's the good thing for him. He can get hand cannoneer, he can get war elephants. Am I worried for Kilyadi? Not really. He can build hand cannoneers, too. He can go for Ridari mass. He can still build a siege. Like, if anything, May's in danger because he won't be able to play siege without wood. He has what? I mean, the Hisar Academy gives you food. So, like, you've got Tithe Barns for wood, and that's it. Kilyadi only has 1 wall from the start, pretty much. We talked about this. Kilyadi doesn't like late game. We saw it when his opponent went Imperial. He tried to end him. Mangonel placements too. Sadly, hand cannoneers do not benefit from the ranged decks. I say sadly, thank God. They do, however, benefit from the infantry decks. Yeah, this would actually be a really good time for Kilyadi to just start investing in Lamalar armor. Because that works on hand cannoneers, right? Yeah, so you'd increase their health and their armor. That's kind of insane. Look, they're already up to 150. I actually think hand cannoneers are pretty underrated on Macedonian late game. It's just you don't really think about it, but scaling the armor tech is insane. And no, Kilyadi doesn't have Wheelbarrow. He doesn't believe in Wheelbarrow. Nah, I'm kidding. He's got it. It's just bugged on the UI. I mean, I would hope at an hour 6 minutes, he has wheelbarrow. He has. How is this still bugged? It's been how long? More breakthroughs on the walls. We have got stone walls coming up now. And beautifully placed by Mei, by the way. Oh, look at that. How many people would screw that up? Okay, Mei's up. Wait, how did he get back up to 50 hand cannons? It's the trade, right? The trade is going nuts. Still, Blue has 2 of these Nesta Bees. He's got Horseman Waves. He's cutting down small trickles of troopers. We have got the Royal Front line, though. Mass Spear, Hand Cannoneer, a good answer to it. And the Nesta Bees, man, is it making him freak out here. Staggered formation to retreat. So he's not really in the fight. He's overkilling 1 or 2 horsemen. And the Elephants, wave 1 has flopped. He's still got a decent reserve, though. And remember, with gold and food being infinite, he can keep building this. Yeah, that's kind of an insane thing about AU4 in these situations. That food is infinite, trade is infinite. Never stops. And he has forced him to retreat, but Blue... A hand cannon account's fairly close now. I'm actually getting worried that Mei's losing this game. Like, I just don't see a world in which his hand cannoneers are better anymore. Like, raw count isn't that much on his side anymore, and even if Killyari doesn't remember to get every range tech, he's still got this advantage of health that you have to be a bit concerned about. Now an archer switch for Mei? Wait, what? Guys, he can't afford that for very long. The horseman are rotating. Uh-oh. I think Baby's about to be stuck in the corner. Does Killyari now go for the castle? Come on, it's wide open. Oh. Trade's getting shut down, though. Like, the problem is Mei is being picked to the bone. Blue doesn't need to beat the army. He just needs to beat the economy. And now it's 54 to 108. Yeah, only 28 farmers. And now Mango's getting added in. That's the last wood he's got. He won't be able to rebuild them if he loses them. Pretty good chance he loses them, right? But considering the way that, like, his base is looking, the fact that his front line is a bit of an overall everywhere line, I don't know if Siege really survives very long. I just looked up and realized, no, this has been an hour and 10 minutes of my life. I'm still going. It shouldn't be game of the week. It should be week-long games. I mean, actually accurate. Surely it's over now, right? The Ivory trade can't continue. No, it's still going. 48 hand cannoneers strong. Props to Killyari, though, where he deserves credit is that he has gradually been building up his hand cannoneer bulk. He's not the 31. I would still like it if he remembered silver tier techs, as we now have 5,000 silver again. You know what would be a nice quality of life thing? Is an option to queue the tech after the initial tech. So then Killyari could be like, oh, that's right, I got the silver, and then he queues tier 4 and tier 5 at the same time. Oh my god, dude. We're up to 6 of... Like, you know what I think will happen? I think Blue will notice the silver when he gets to 10k, because the UI is going to move again. He's like, oh, okay. That's weird. There's a number there now. I should probably spend that. Flash coming in. Wait, Mango Tower? Oh, no. Plus 5 damage Mango Towers? No, I don't care about pinks. Those mangoes are irrelevant. Triple mango. This is a kill point. And Mei walked right into it. An absolute destruction. It's gone. Army's gone. He calls it, and he gets GG'd. Mango Towers once again break the game. Bro, you just can't with these Mango Towers, man. You can't keep doing this to me. Wacky game. Wacky game. Ivory and Silver Market are doing well. Oh my god, dude. You feel like you've played the whole day. Dude, like, for real, watching that, I feel like I've casted the whole day. Can we see some more May games? Possibly. The AI might have more to recommend. What I need to do is 1 second. I need to put the music on for a sec for you guys. I need to go check on my son because he has woken up. But Mum should be home momentarily. So I'll be back in a second, okay? So, verb, 1 second. Alright, Mum's aware. She's just trying to see if we'll go back to sleep. What's the longest pro conk level game that's ever been played? Bees earned for 3 hours? There's been longer in the early days of Age of Empires 4. But I think that was before they had ranking. Technically, it was between conk level players. It's just they weren't labeled conk. So, I think I might have it in the early days on the channel of Caster Games. It was a Confluence game that went, I think, 4 hours. If I'm not mistaken. Because it was Confluence. And Confluence is Confluence. I don't know what else to tell you. So Curiosity's been recovering for 22 hours. Yeah, I think you need another 22 hours after that one. I mean, just go rest up. What's going to happen if you queue right now? Like, either get May or Dimmu. Like, yeah, come on. Either way, it's going to be a late game headache. Oh, dear. Okay. So, speaking of Dimmu, there was a game between him and Scatbrain, but it's a water game, so I don't know if you guys really want it. We do have another Kilyadi game. He played against a guy called Carson. And according to the AI, this is a pretty hype game. No water? We're in summer, bro. What are you on about? Always water. Let me see if I can find this Carson guy. So he had a game against Zyra. I'll see if I can bring that up to find him. Oh my god, there's a lot of Zyras. Let's maybe check Lock instead then. There's a lot of Locks? Like, bro, how? Should be this one. Oh, that breeze is so nice and needed. So they played on Rocky River 3 days ago. Yeah? Give me a sec. Okay, I found Carson. So we needed... What map did we need? Relic River versus good old Deliardi. Hoping it's in here. Otherwise, I'm going to boo. Is it not in here? Oh, mate. I don't think we have it. Too many games were played. We can't... How long ago? That was only 3 days ago, right? Oh, no. Sorry. It was June 23rd. Wait, what the hell? Is the UI drunk? All right. Let me update it the latest 48 hours. Don't show results. Oh, crap. You're right. Sorry. I forgot to switch scenes. It's fine. We can't get that one anyway. Sorry. I just realized I was on the wrong scene. All right. 1 sec. I'll change the filter of the UI to be the last 48 hours. We've got a game between Louis and Ree. IE Beastie. All right. We can go for that. No, guys, that's fine. You're not being spoiled because I couldn't see that game. because, you know, match history limits is a thing. We only live in 2026. I mean, we can't expect to have, like, you know, more match history, Kappa. I'm always going to be salty about that specific deal. Like, bro, we've been begging for years. Just make it 20 games long. Please. BC playing a lot of AoE4 for a home main lately. I know, right? Like, what a cow, like, what a cheater, what a coward. How dare he betray Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era like this by playing an RTS. It's that type of attitude that's never going to allow him to beat Lexiev in a tournament. I mean, come on. I've been watching, actually, like, I've been watching, I usually watch Lexiev, he's my boy. I've been watching a bit of Rito as well, though. Rito, he's false advertising because his name is Rito Sucks, but, like, he doesn't. He's, if you guys have watched some of the best people at Olden Era, I think Rito is by far one of the most impressive at consistently taking outrageous fights early that he should not be able to take with barely any casualties. And every time in these formats, it allows him to snowball like an insane amount. To put it in Age of Empires 4 terms, it would be like if you went for a gambly Dark Age rush, Tower Rush, where you're putting your villagers in a dangerous position at the start of Feudal Age, but you get it and you get like 10 worker kills out of it. Guy's a freaking monster. All right, but this should be a monster of a game. You guys ready? One and all, it's time for Games of the Week. That's right, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the channel for your daily dose of Age of Empires 4 action, and we have got Summon Special. We have used algorithmic technology to track and discover top-tier games, abnormalities, freak games, epic moments, and no surprise, it brought us these two. Beastie and Louis MT on your screen, clashing on the ladder. Louis MT of Team Elephant's going to be in the green as the Japanese, and Beastie really channeling how he feels right now in the yellow, playing as Macedonians. Macedonian Japan. Okay, this is going to be a cool one. I actually think Japan's really good here because of how powerful Onimusha are, but let's see what Louis got in mind. We've already got a Dark Age rush coming in, and we already have a counterplay to that with the wall in. That's a really nice starting spawn, actually. Like, gets the tree line close by, so he's easily able to save a bit of wood there while protecting himself entirely. And then he just strikes the wood line all the way north, south, rather, right? So you'd have to dive TC. So nicely played. And this should be enough to deter Louis, because the reality is, like, you're not going to be able to do anything with this, right? Like, you're not going to go for an outpost rush. The casting game? Oh, I think we won the casting game, Kill but, like, wasn't it over a week ago, so we can't watch it. Unless you haven't played... Well, you played a lot of games on that account. Yeah, I checked for it, but I think Carson's played too many games. So it doesn't... Yeah, it's actually unfortunate. It was rated as a very, very good game by the AI, and it was literally the 11th game on his thing. So I don't think we can watch it. But I'll double check again afterwards. So Hippodrome coming in. Only one. Fast Castle, I think. All right, I guess we'll speed this up a bit more then, because it's going to be double Fast Castle. Oh, man. I mean, I guess we should have expected this. I think Japan's Fast Castle's a little bit better, though, because you can open with Onimusha if you need to. Like, if you open with a few horsemen as Macedonians, I have to be careful if I'm Japan. I can't just rush Onimusha, right? But, like, in this situation, I think it's quite feasible. So we'll see. It might be to Beastie's best interest to add in, like, 1 or 2 horsemen just to have that threat. But the fact that there's already spears is probably why he doesn't want to. Still, probably mounted Samurai versus Ridari opening, so there is advantage there to be found, potentially. I just think the Onimusha switch is so easy for Japan with these type of builds. So we'll get ready to start slowing things down a little. We'll stick on 2x speed, because it's still going to be, obviously... Oh, no, I should go 4x, right? It's still got to be a tech up. And notice the way you do this, if you want to ever do a Fast Castle Japan, always go Tawara. It seems by far the most efficient way to play, and go straight onto the berries. Because then you fall back onto the sheep afterwards. This is super effective against fast casting civs or feudal aggroing civs. And I love this, man. It's been growing in popularity again. B won the earliest believers. Louis won the consistent believers. It is going to be the farmhouse Yoroshiros to give him the extra food to keep pumping knights. Golden Horn did get dropped on the deer, by the way. Not to mention the gold back. Actually, Really good spawn for Beastie. Lol on the center. Does get the convert. Oh, nothing! Okay, one's in chat if you think that the Hippodrome unit should be convertible. Two's if you prefer it being this way. I feel like they should be convertible, man. You can only have one of them, I get it. Like you know, the argument with the king not being convertible makes sense. Jean not being convertible makes sense. Because, like, the king, right, how is that going to work? How are you going to convert a king who rules the country to stop leading the country? But I feel like these other units should be convertible, and also that would make them so much more of a double-edged sword. Like, if you lose, for example, your lords to a Wololo, congrats, the enemy army just got 20% more health. Sounds insane, but you can still snipe it. It's just an advantage. Yeah, a little bit annoying there that you end up losing the Monk, despite the fact you've done things right. Louis, he's gotten Spears plus Samurai. So, yeah, Onimusha probably would have been a bit too dear then with this build, I guess, in his mind. I mean, he doesn't really have a reason to do it yet, because this is... It's Fim. It's fast imp, guys. We haven't got a single Radari out. He's straight up just going cataphracts. All right, I actually like the fact that Louis didn't build range units then. Because if it's a cataphract rush, then what ends up happening is you get in a battle, and then they just run over you and attack your range units anyway. So this is like a much more effective approach from Louis. Because what is a cataphract going to do? Trample over the melee to get to melee? Either way, it's going to hit you hard. Nice blocker. Just trying to slow this down. Like, the champions are so obnoxious, by the way. I feel like I've heard quite a few people request the champions actually cost something, and I kind of see where they're coming from. So we're going to just fast forward. I also think the reason Beastie's doing this is the spawn. The spawn is ridiculously good. Like, there's meant to be resources here, right? It's just stone. He got the deer, the berries, and the gold on the back behind tree lines. You just do not realize how delicious of a spawn this is. Louis can't really fast imp himself. I don't feel like Japan does that very well. I'd say Japan is amongst the weakest civs to fast imping in the game. Just gonna scare him away. Still got the scout plus the Radari champion. Japan does it pretty well, really. Oh, you mean... Oh, yeah, actually, it's fair. For the castle play, I get what you mean. You definitely need map control for that, though, right? Which, in fairness, actually, he does have in this game. But I don't think you can do the Tanagashima Gunsmith, right? I think the Gunsmith sucks pretty bad for fast in. Because, like, the tickets sound really good, but the options aren't great if you don't have army already. The keep gives map control? That's true. Yeah, no, I think you're right. Like, I can see where it comes from. In this situation, because it's fast imp on the enemy side, yes. I think you can't reliably fast imp if your opponent isn't fast imping, though, right, Japan? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I think in that situation, you just get blown away by the fact your castle drop's going to be in your own base, right? Which, I mean, it saves you from a dive, I guess. But also, depending on where the trade post is, that should mean you aren't getting your trader. Yeah, at least the first trade should come through here. The only problem is, like, if you build up one side of the map, trade the other, you're going to have cataphracts running everywhere, right? Yeah, it looks like Louis is starting to stockpile for Imperial. I like that he's not rushing it. Onimusha is a very smart call here. Onimusha is going to be the way of just, like, kiting and killing cataphracts. So, like, now if a cataphract turns up, you can just use the whistling arrows to move away from them a bit quicker, even if they trample. I believe he hasn't got Kabura Ya yet, but wouldn't be surprised to see that get queued around, like, 10 Onimusha. Very early. Not going to do anything, guys, because hero units, jazz hands. Wait, where is the army right now? Oh, no, they were all the way up. Remember, these Hippodrome champions get upgraded the moment you imp. They're kind of ridiculous. Like, look at it. 300 HP at just tier 2 armor and health. 300 HP, 375 HP. Not to mention they get more damage as well. Villagers now scrambling for their lives. They've not got textiles. They need to build a gate. Ishi ay caramba. It's going to be, what, -2 at least? Yeah, oh, Shiv's out. Nice micro there. Louis minimize the losses. Champions are now trapped. Should be getting killed. Onimusha's targeting down the heavily armored unit first. Yeah, why do you think we don't see more fast Imperial builds than Kiwiadi from Japan? Do you think it's because a lot of other civs don't do it as well? Or do you just feel it's because Matt Samurai is so good? And wow, he goes Gunsmith. I think the way he's playing this, Gunsmith isn't the worst choice in the world. Because he's gathering stone up, right? Has he got... Okay, he hasn't got tier 2 yet. So he's not actively gathering stone. But the problem here is if you walk villagers out to drop a castle, you'd have to send your army to guard them. And if you do that, cataphracts could be entering your base. Like, look at the count. BC's already at 9 cataphracts. Reminder, these guys are beef balls. 450 HP on them. Playing Macedonians, would you rather go Palatine or Foreign Engineering? Situation. Palatine feels like a pretty good generic choice, but if you know your opponent's going to be playing into late game with range mass, and also if you're already like 150 pop cap, I would say Foreign Engineering Company has a lot more use. Palatine School is good for the timing. The idea that you have less than 20 army and you're adding in premium heavy cav is very powerful. Have more gain going Mass Knights and Castle? That's fair. Yeah, even with the nerfs, right? Because they brought the Uma Bannerman buff down by 5%. It's still a very potent detail, right? Like, you're getting essentially 2 Blacksmith techs for 3. You get deflective armor. They're still the beast they always were. I also think it just lines into the tempo, because like, if you have to follow up with Onimusha, that's still a lot of mobility. If you have to follow up with Yumi, it's still a lot of mobility. There's like a lot of elements of Japan that with the way they've now been shoehorns benefits them more for being about the castle than Imperial, right? I think it used to work the other way when it was infantry meta. Because in infantry meta, like the timing around elite army tactics and the way you played was different because that was about bodies. Right? With infinite economy, you just kept spamming Samurai and Fugeisha. But now it's more about a limited count doing better, which makes a lot of sense because I think in general, it comes down to the fact that most pro players have gotten very good at doing a lot of damage with little. So when you talk about units like French Knights and Mad Samurai, a few can do a lot. And Onimusha count's still inflating, by the way. They are elited up. Spears moving across here. They are not elited. That's a bad fight for Spears. Yeah, the cats don't care, and he knows it. If he hangs around there, he'll get trampled past, so he needs to kind of move with them. Yeah, I've got the gunners, though. Good summon. Trample past them. They can just run the other way now, though. That was a bit weird. I feel like he was after the Onimusha. Buccaneers are buying some time. Nice heal there as well. The Shinto's doing some decent work. Honestly, I think that was pretty good for Louis. I don't feel like he lost too much from that dive. Killed a few cats off. Oh, but he brought the whole army back. Okay, so he needs a kill. He can get it. Look at this. The wall. Beastie thinks he can just casually walk out again. Dead wrong. Goes to the trample pass, but the Onimusha are already in range. This could be -3 cats. Probably 4, actually. Nicely done. Actually, make 6? 7? Kobe. Damn, that is some obliteration. 8 cats going down from that dive. He did get a castle on the other side in the meantime. But I feel like Louis got a lot of control of the map because of those losses. And remember, like, yes, Beastie can build more cats. But every time you're choosing to build cats, you're missing out on opportunities to scale your technologies, right? So it makes you strong in one department by kind of making you weaker in another. Triple TC? Man, double Fim into Eco Boom. I should have known when I saw the 2 names on the sheets. Oh, God. These 2 are known to historically go for the late game more than most. Did Louis finish his exams? I'm not sure. I don't know if that was just the exams. I think I wouldn't be surprised if for Louis it was also burnout. Like he felt like he needed a break, right? Because he put a lot of hours into Age of Empires. Incendiary now coming too from Louis. Horseman switch up's pretty cool. I think technically he could just build Onimusha to still win. You don't need Horseman. Like, he sees crossbows, right? And I think that's why he's doing it. It may actually be that he's suspecting a switch from Macedonians, because usually you'd be expecting something like archers now. when you see this many Onimusha, the Bogmather archers are actually a pretty good counter because they move very fast with the champion with the runestone drops. And also, runestone drop means they outrange Onimusha in the fight, so they get to trade for free. Trip Sacred Site now, though. Louis adding in more scouts. It's a bit weird. Now dive in, seek shelter, but quick reaction out of Beastie minimizes losses. Mango Towers will be able to scare him away here. Yeah, but he's got Sacred Site control, right? The challenge now is, can you get the castle drops to secure that reliably? The way I kind of see this is I think Louis has a lot more burst potential right now, but Beastie long-term is more scary. Especially with the way they're kind of going comp-wise. Onimusha are super effective against the cats, but if you get to 200 pop and you start adding in like archers / spears, they can run away with it. Spears in particular with the Radari champ are very annoying. And also, what do you mean let's get China going next game? This is a China. Louis Chinese. Counts. Technically, I'm correct. The best kind. Points to you if you get what that's from. Another castle. Wow. Okay. This is pretty tight. Triple castle already. It was a BC who recently said, like, if you sit in your base, you win. If you sit in your base and wait for your opponent to attack, you win. We're going to test that theory now. Because it feels like Louis has map control. Whereas Beastie's kind of forfeiting over. He needs to be careful of the Sacred Site win con. He has finally got extra silver tier techs coming in. Problem here is, like, mass cavalry can keep reacting to him on the flanks. I think if you just drop... Yeah, he's going to do it for outpost, but if you drop a castle or something down here, you can just pivot back and forth between the left and center Sacred Site. Elite Horseman tech's also coming through soon. And, I mean, it's a sick read. He's hidden it, guys. Where are the horsemen? Back at home? Just no thing. Double cannon just gets spawned like that. This is the sick thing about the gunsmith, by the way. Like, Louis approaching max pop. He can wait out the timer. They take a big fight. And then imagine the aftermath of, like, you lose 50 military in less than a minute. You can't easily replace that, right? Give gunsmith time at will. Because these, you can spawn them instantly. Like, I think this is the thing I've always warned is underrated about gunsmith. Is, like, if the game does drag, your ability to replace your lost army with a good army instantly is practically unrivaled. Japanese is one of the best at doing that. It is a one-and-done strategy, but, like, think of it as the coup de grace. It's the final win condition for you when used correct. Biology now coming in. Pretty effective considering Louis is just mass cavalrying. We do have the outpost now getting set up. Bombards are wheeling and dealing on their own. They aren't really being guarded right now, which is a bit dangerous. There we go. Pulls the troops forward now. I don't know, man. I don't see how Beastie's going to hold on at this rate. It's looking a bit dicey. Maybe he doesn't realize it's free TC from Louis. Because I don't think he scouted this at the back, right? So maybe he feels like his economy will be better. And he'll be able to push down and out the Sacred Sites before that point. But Louis is now gathering a lot of stones, so we're likely to see castle drops coming in soon. Has locked in the 8k gold. And this is where Palatine School feels substantially worse than Foreign Engineering Company, by the way. And this is what I meant about timing. Palatine School is good early. Foreign Engineering Company feels better later. Like, imagine Nesta Bees against this Onimusha's bulk. Or even hand cannon near bulk, which would be more likely if you hadn't gone Cataphracts. Trying for the decap now. Army's Louis close by. Maybe he doesn't care. Okay, he's moving them over now. I don't think he realized he's just got a bunch of horsemen sitting there, but Musha will be able to get the kill easily. Horsemen would take a while. Beastie now just wasting a lot of resources trying to keep an already dead thing alive. Dead cat. Dead castle. Dead Serbian. He has got not very long left before he has to take the fight with the way this is playing out. We also have compilation tech coming. Really good these days. Remember, it gives you 15% more resource on drop-off. So it essentially inflates a limited resource. which offsets one of Japan's biggest problems, which is as you go later in the game, they're a very gold-heavy civ, and gold isn't forever. Second castle now being assaulted. Bombards would take a while for archers to kill. Cat's still being a little bit of a nuisance, but we've never seen that big raid opportunity, right? There was one attempt for BC, if you remember, guys, and the effect of it cost him 6, 7 cataphracts at least. So it's fair to say the Cats haven't really found their punch. I think Louis' reaction was just too clean, too good. Yeah, I'm impressed. Like, I had my reservations about semi-fast imp builds here, but like, I like the way that he prepped a wave to kind of contest mid-map and then control it to allow for gunsmiths. He done something that, without that map control, initially would have been very dangerous in this matchup. Cat's baited again. Mangonel placement's going to be a nuisance, but not for long. The Bombards are sieging their way through this. Now they engage. Movement speed is nice, but irrelevant here. He's stuck in a standstill. The Horseman Wave starting to break through. The Bombards sieging the castle. It's going to be going down. Reload short. One hit from death. And the Horseman Wave just keeps on running. As Louis runs all the way to the bank. That's it. Crumble defenses. Beastie with only mass archers left. And they have no way of carrying him here, man. I mean, they're seeing a +3 damage, not an insane amount. As many Onimusha as there are archers, the Horseman Wave as well. I mean, his income looks good. Just what is it amounting to, really, is the problem. On the flash. Archer DPS is falling way too fast. Cat's going to buy a little bit of time for him there. But like once they're gone, it just continuously pushes, right? And the time is ticking down. We're 4 minutes out. So, turns out Japan Fimp better than Macedonians? I didn't think I was going to be saying that today. Isn't Macedonian Fast Imp meant to be the Giga Broken? Maybe we're thinking about this wrong. Maybe Louis MT is the Giga Broken. He used to be like, well, I can beat him in Olden Era. But he's a bit of a beast at AoE. Yeah, you just can't run away anymore. This is Death Cycle now. We're going to swirl round and round the toilet hole before we get flushed. At this point, he's already been flushed away. It's like you can click past to kill an Onimusha, but you're going to overkill an Onimusha every time. And they'll kill more of you in the meantime. Pretty cool game. I don't think Louis wanted this to be a Fimp originally, but his reaction to it when it started happening was solid. And what I think is really cool about what Louis done is he proved that you can beat Fimp, i.e. Fast Imp, even if you are in a reactionary phase, right? Because he may have suspected it was happening, but he built units. He was putting himself in a position where he was meant to attack and do some damage. Arguably, he didn't really do that, but he found a way to make it worthwhile in how it let him achieve Imperial afterwards and what he had to contest in the meantime. But, you know, also Japan #1 against Macedonia. Whoop, whoop. It's a pretty cool game. Seeing what other games we've got on our Games of the Week. Maybe that's how we need to start saying it. So I said I was going to do a double check on Carson's data. Oh, wait. How did we find Carson before? We had to go via Lotlock, right? Unless it's this one. It might be the first one that appeared. Nah, it's got 20 games. We'll give it one more look for the Kilyadi game. Because Mass Monks does sound very, very, very intriguing, actually. Damn, I want that now. It sounds too good. It's too good. Like, yeah, I don't think it's going to be there. What map was it again? Let me double check. Let me set the min score as 200. Carson, where are you? Yeah, Malian versus Japanese. Let's see. So that was on Relic River. First of all, we need to get Carson's profile up. There it is. Bye. Let's see. We said Relic River, right? I really want this game now. But I might be teasing you. We might not be able to get it. I will try. I will try. Yeah, it looks like it's a goner. The game, we can't get it. That's sad. Okay. Let's update our filters to the last 24 hours. Sorry, 48 hours. So I've got Abbasid versus Mongols. It's a 1900 versus 1600 elo game. What else we got? Got Dimu up against an unknown Chinese player's ranked 76. How's my algorithm for finding interesting games work? So I can quickly show you. Actually, yeah, I'll show it to you. So we have this cool tool that's been created by Swaggy Professor. Basically, I haven't deep dove too much on how his works, or what like his variables are. But basically, we'll have a lot of different things that it will look for. So it will check the game. Let's choose one we already know the outcome of. This one we already watched. It'll go through and have a look at things that have been built and whatever, and it will try and find discrepancies. So, for example, it'll find, you can actually see some tags here, because you can go spoiler free or not spoiler free. But it'll add in things like, MMR upset or feudal rounds. I try to not look at these too much just because I don't want them to give me spoilers. Like, MMR upset is going to tell me who probably won. But the whole thing we're looking for is it gives a score rating overall. And these scores, as you can see, that adds weight based on MMR, rare or low win rate civilization wins, elite opponents, long games, high level games. And then other little variables like, have things in there sometimes like huge villager discrepancy, right? Won't necessarily say who won that, but like it'll give those details. Feudal rams, villager deficit, elephant army, siege mass, dark age pressure, rare landmarks. I don't think the rare landmarks one has been reliable from what I've seen though, but it's based on the statistics of what most people build. So this was a nice little thing that Swaggy created, because basically like the way that some people would do it, the way Drongo would do it is, for a while I knew, was he would come into these games, into the summary, and he would do things like this. He'd check army value, and he'd be like, well, this doesn't look like the most interesting of games. There's just one big fight and a win, and that's it, right? So what he'd be looking for, if we have a look at, like, Kilyadi's game against May, would be a great example of this. Like, that Rocky River game would probably be flagged in Drongo's mind with the way he used to do it, because you see that, you're like, oh yeah, no crap. Oh, whoa. A lot of action going on. So this could be an interesting game. Whereas, like, if you have a game that's 30 minutes long, but it's just, like, both of them building like that, and then one big drop, that's a boring game. And you can, like, it's not 100% reliable, capture all, whatever, but, like, it's a decent way to think about it. And I think you might have also looked down and seen things like, oh, crap, he built what landmark here? So this is, like, kind of a refined way of how Drongo used to do things. Is that Swaggy's put in this thing. To my understanding, apparently Drongo created something similar. He had an AI code up for him, but I don't know. I think he just uses that private if that exists. But Swaggy wanted to give some to the community. Shout out to him for that, by the way. So you can come on here. You can choose. You can do things like this. You can go Civ mains. You can be like, oh, I want to see Jin games. I won't find many of them, lol, but you can find people who are like only playing Jin mainly, and then you can be like, oh crap, okay, let's find details about these guys. So it's good for more things than just finding epic games. It can also help you find people that maybe a high rank and only play Jin, which are hard to come by. But yeah, so you come in here on the filters. Here, let me zoom in a bit. And you can set the min score. I think the maximum is like 250 or 300. You can choose to order by. You can set whether it's only the last 48 hours. You can choose if you only want upsets. You can choose like Civ mains only, right? Which means like Caliph must be an Abbasid main. There you go, 85%. Well, this guy's 90% Mongols. May, of course, is 100% Delhi, and so on and so forth, right? So you can do that. You can also choose the map you want. If that has to be a specific Civ. You can choose your elo range. So if we wanted, we could go 300 to like 700 elo range. No outlier games. Damn, I'm shocked. I need Swaggy to create a second version of this AI that finds really good low rank games, you know? But if I set this to like 1 min score. Okay, 5. None? Doesn't find any at 5? Bro, come on. Yeah, so it's not very good for finding low rank games. But high rank games it can. So like, yeah, we got one between Gully and Dumu that was from an hour ago. But it's archipelago and features Knights Templar, so we don't want it. Check your games. You want to see how often you get high score? $238, $184, $178. These are usually these games are within like the last weekish. But yeah, you got a few in there. You got Chuck, you got Carson, you got Carson again, Carson again. Yo, is this Carson guy a Smurf, by the way, Kilyadi? Because if not, they've come out and know this has to be a Smurf. I don't know who it is, but this is a Smurf, right? They were 178 finished last season with 100 games. They're now 7th. Some new player. He's bloody good fast then.
GLHFW caster.
Yo, what's up, Matt? Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate the sub. Welcome back to Swarm. Plays decent, but with some obvious bad habits. Okay, well, I mean, that's good then to see new players coming through. I mean, he's doing pretty well. Ranked 7th after just 2 seasons is pretty badass. I reckon he has another account, or did have another account, and he was like a maybe 200, 300, 400, whatever range player for a while, right? Maybe. Then again, okay, he's basically playing Japan, Mali, Macedonians. Mostly Japan. He's basically May on Japanese, right? He plays some other things, but his majority is Japan. That would make sense as well. Also, it kind of fits that he's a newer player, right? So he's sticking to one Civ and learning that Civ, and then maybe he'll expand down the line. Yeah, you do come up quite a bit there. A cool little system. And again, these systems aren't perfect, but the whole idea is like, the alternative is how you used to find pub games that were interesting is you're either watching live on the ladder, which is nice because there's no spoiler, but the no spoiler thing means you can quite often just get nothing good, right? The alternative is, well, a lot of people who go and cast from recorded games is they'll come in here and they're like, oh, Louis, what's Louis been up to today? And they're going to scroll down and go, and they'll be like, ooh, 29 game. Yeah, okay, let's check that. But like a 6-minute game, you're not going to check because who cares about a 6-minute game? Like, you might go here and you're like, oh, yeah, summary. Okay, this looks like a really boring game because it's just like one big build and then a drop. What about King of the Hill? Oh, crap, that one looks a lot more interesting. Look at that. We've actually got like a heartbeat monitor, right? And that's how usually people who would cast from recorded games would find interesting. It's understandable why as well. It's a lot more time efficient than trying to sit here and just cast games, which is foolishly what we end up doing a lot of the time. Genius me, eh? Is it a public website? Yes. It's called aoe4-scanner.web.app. So anyone can have a look at it there. I'm sure Swaggy doesn't mind me sharing it. He didn't tell me I couldn't, so... Wait, did he tell me I couldn't? I can't find my messages with Swaggy anymore, actually. What happened? I think Swaggy changed his account name, so it's his own fault. Alright, there we go. One sec. Yeah, I can't find Swaggy anymore. Is he in my Discord still? No, is Swaggy been banned or changed his name? He must have. I legit can't find him anymore. Alright then. Who's MSM playing? So other epic outliers. Let's quickly have a look again. See what else we got. So min score 150. Let's have it show higher score first. So you had the Delete Yardy May game. Beastie against Knights Templar. Hello. Who's this person? Some Chinese player. Let me see if we can find them. Maybe we got a spicier meatball, eh? Relic River has delivered some entertaining games. I think it's because it's also like a very unfamiliar map for even pros because it doesn't come up in tournaments anymore, right? It's like you knew it, but now it's different. Just need the profile to load so we can actually go in game. I hope I can find this game. There it is. Knights Templar versus Macedonians. Was BC just like doing a bunch of Macedonian games or something? All right, let's find out. All right, what do you all think? Is it going to be Fimp? Ladies and gents, welcome back to your Daily Dose of Age of Empires 4. We're checking in on Beastie playing the Macedonians in a bit of a fast imp arc right now. Going up against an unknown. I was like, we need more ominous music. This is a player from China. They are ranked currently 56th in the world. And they usually sit around the 200, 300-ish range. Now, you're probably wondering, KP, why are we watching this? Well, for a start, through the assistance of robots, I've been told this is a banger of a game. It's also Knights Templar, which I don't know if you guys feel this way as well. I think is probably the most interesting Civ to watch at the moment because of the unique units and the directions it takes you in. But also the map. Relic River. Relic River is kind of a different beast. I was just mentioning it's a little bit polarizing, I think, even for pros right now, because it's a map that they're less familiar with. Historically, yes, but like the thing is, outside of pub matchmaking, this map doesn't see use. It doesn't get used in tournaments anymore. I don't remember the last tournament was used in. I feel like it's been months at least. So with that in mind, could deliver a spicy meatball. Let's find out. We're going to go fast forward a little bit here. Looks like there's going to be a play into fishing to open up, which is a big part of why you usually pick Knights Templar here. And no contest coming in from Power Pink Beastie. Yeah, he's just going to allow it. I mean, you kind of have to here, right? You can't really stop it. Get angry on map doesn't use point of interest. I'm disappointed the devs so easily looked like they were kind of pushed off of doing it. Right? Because it seemed like the goal was to eventually introduce them to more maps. I think like what they needed to do was just introduce some things such as locking points of interest behind age. I think some points of interest should have been locked behind certain tierings. So a perfect example of this, right, to me would be the idea that, you know, at least let's say the Wolf one might be Dark Age, but the Markets one that just gives resources should be Feudal Age or something. Maybe Castle Age even. I think they could have done a lot of interesting things around tweaking the ages in which you unlock points of interest. So Grand Winery now coming through. Soon to be a tech up for Knights Templar. In this matchup, Hospitalia, right? No, he's an Antioch boy. Okay, yes. Shout out to Swaggy Professor. I can confirm this app is good. We're cooking Antioch. A rarer choice coming out. Recently buffed from 10% to 15% increased melee damage for all melee units. But the other interesting thing about this is axe throws. Would you build axe throws against Macedonians? I kind of want to see the cinema of Radari versus axe throwers, as everyone is just tossing axes at each other throughout the fight. We'll have to see though. It looks like it might be True Townsender. Okay, like, so this, I think we can agree the app is doing a good job. We're 5 minutes in. We're only 3 minutes into the recording. We have Antioch coming in from Knights Templar, the rarest feudal tech choice. And we have 2 TC Macedonians, another rarity. 2 already 5 minutes into the game. Now what? Fast Castle? I think it's FC. He's got fishing to boom him anyway. Okay, hold on. No, maybe not. He's got sergeants. Oh my god, it's Fodraxis! All right, I'm slowing down. I thought it was just going to be idle to begin with. It's a Ford Rax axe for a rush. It's a Rax for a rush. Oh, what? So he shuts out the berries. This was a Grand Winery build, guys. This is annoying. You're not getting the boom on your food. He's got sheep for the time being, so I guess like finding this happen sooner rather than later is better. He also did win the sheep game. 17-10 is really good for Macedonia. I actually think that's why he went Grand Winery, is because he got the extra sheep. But we're not stopping there, guys. It's an outpost rush. A Sergeant outpost rush. What? What am I watching? I wonder if BC's now regretting not having Hippodrome. Actually, in fairness, like, this is genius from Blue. Would you ever Hippodrome Knights Templar doing Sergeants? Because, like, you build melee units with Hippodrome, and Sergeants have melee armor. So, like, the landmark doesn't really do anything for you as an opening against this. This is freaking crafty. He's even going to leave the villager here. And remember, guys, axe throws are siege weapons. Look at the damage. Oh, this is so underrated. I remember when they first added this Civ, I was playing some games against Warman on the test server. And sadly, she was playing Broken Lancaster. But, like, I tried an axe thrower rush to siege down her building. Sadly, that was when Lancaster Castle was way too good. So it didn't work. But the concept is really cool. They're little siege rams. Not very good at diving, though. Need to be careful with that. They're worse than rams at that. That's a lot of damage done already, though. Bloody hell. Villagers should be coming out to repair now. And he has got the arrow slits, so good call there by Beastie. He's got it queued up. It's coming in soon. Because now, all of a sudden, these range armorless units aren't going to be able to dive the Raxes. But he's following up, guys. The stables. He's baited him. Who is Blue? Who is this guy? And how do we find out more? .com. So he's been playing for a while. Since Season 4. Back then, they were gold. After that, diamond. And then from Season 6 onwards, it's been a Conk 1, Conk 2, Conk 3 climb. They only reached Conk 3 in Season 10. They've been grinding at it. 56 in the world this season. Last season was a 241st finish. Season before that, 74th. Season before that, 268. So they're a decent player, but they're not a superstar. But in my heart right now, they most definitely are. The Rax for a rush is damn good. Wow. Undermesh being queued. Horseman to follow up. He started sieging the Grand Winery. It's a little bit like Chug Nu, isn't it, when you think about it? But better. Because Chug will do 3 damage per shot. These guys will do now 12. Well, 11.5. Because remember, it's melee damage, which means the ranged armor has no effect at all. Like he's moving into the grand, for the grand assault on the Varangian stronghold again. But you just wait, right? Like when you get to 20 plus axe throwers, you burst through the building quicker than you take damage. Lower count is not as effective because the arrow fire is linear. But if you scale more axe throwers, the damage you have scales. Bloomery also on the way. And remember that this is really smart actually because he's got Bloomery and Siok increases melee unit damage. So he's going to go up to 11.5 damage on his horseman. I'm impressed. And remember, melee tech also affects axe throwers. They're not a ranged attack, they're a melee attack that happens to be ranged. Which is very confusing when you say it like that. The villagers now on the front line. Whoops. -2. Horseman taking most of the arrow fire there. We'll lose an axe thrower as well. Backstab coming in though. And Beastie's fast running out of wood options. He's got 1 left to the south now. Yeah, honestly, I mean, this tree line spawn like this was actually quite the boon for him. Otherwise, these rotations would be a lot more aggressive and annoying. And now the outpost deeper. I think it's fair to say we're definitely entertained, right, chat? What an epic 10 minutes. Axe throwers trading out against the archers. Very expensive trade, right? Sergeants, they cost 120 resources. But idling the TC as well. Then you've got the fishing. Like, he's competing reasonably well. Even adding in spears now. Very interesting choice. Why? Is he expecting cavalry? I mean, I don't think it's because of the spears, right? Like, why would you add spears because of the spears? Maybe a misclick. Because remember, horsemen and spearmen share the same button in different buildings. So I think you just accidentally clicked a spear. I think if you just keep going Sergeant Horseman, you're in a really strong position here as blue. And at this rate, he'll have enough horsemen to dive the main. Okay, this guy's a genius. Guys, you could add in a ram or two, or you could just have a cajillion axe throwers to break a second town center. I love this so much. Moving out to the board too. So plenty of food to back this up still. And he's got plenty of gold left on the starting vein, so this isn't going to slow down anytime too soon. What Chad? What? Like, he's a hero after my heart. I think Beastie's going to need a bit of a miracle at this rate. I love this wall, though. If he can get this wall up, it's huge. Because he'll get access to food and extra wood. And remember, he's mainly skilling archers. Trying to add in farms. He's doing anything he can to try and use the Grand Winery. Oh, no. I love the spite attack onto the farm. I mean, would you ever just add a ram? Apparently so. Yeah, he's going for them now. He could technically try and just zerg down with axe throwers, but it is a lot safer to just build into rams. And oh my god. Guys, when do you ever see someone lose their Grand Winery at 12 minutes? It's so good. You have to realize just how much of a freak abnormality this is. We didn't really ever talk about it too deeply because sergeants were always seen as a meme unit. But the idea of doing melee damage in ranged is nuts. Like, if it doesn't sound bonkers to you, imagine if I said you could do range damage in melee. I mean, that one sounds just kind of stupidly pointless. But, like, if you talk about how things are balanced around the range versus melee systems, it contradicts it all. We've seen it with, like, Mass Chug, where Mass Jugnu are just breaking buildings so they're doing 3 times the damage of other range units. Archers even counter them? Yeah, archers have more range. They have 1 extra tar range, and they should be able to kite. And there's no ranged armor. And sergeants are 1.5 times the cost. But, like, you don't have 1.5 times the archers. Axe throws. Just going to obliterate the spears, even the Ranjin as well. And the horsemen just going to pass it. Yep, straight onto the archers. No easy retreat. Remember, he doesn't have the Hippodrome Radari to increase movement speed. He's stuck. The Rams are now moving on to the secondary town center. Blue, he's starting to look like he's broken. He's building up strongholds to try and defend against this. Horseman just going to keep erasing the archers at the back of this. And it's still 23 axe throwers. Oh, God. New villager spawns dying. A small group of archers left over, but the axe throwers are going, guys. There's no garrison on the primary TC. All the workers are over here. Oh, God. All right. 07's in chat for Beastie. Town center is down. Worker lead is shrinking. It's still 20 axe throwers. Bloody hell. And they have 105 HP. You're just not getting through them quick enough. And remember, they specifically have the heavy melee tag for this reason. Otherwise, they'd be taking bonus damage if they were light infantry. Now moving across one of the strongholds. Axe Thrower is going to go hunting. Like, look at where the economy is. This is ridiculous. Beastie just playing a big fat game of hide and seek now. But apparently he's not been playing much Mecha Chameleon because it doesn't look like he's going to be that good at it. The Axe Throwers aren't quite going to see. All right, I take it back. He's very good at Mecha Chameleon. I take it back again. He's not very good at Mecha Chameleon. The villagers did at least scramble away early. But Blue has now seen the lumber camp. He now knows. And also, your villagers don't really have anywhere they can go right now. If they get seen, they are dead. Rams deleting more buildings. Beastie has 0 food income, guys. He's spamming out farms on a prayer at this point. And now Blue is adding in archers, because ranged units are pretty good, especially when they're melee tagged, but even when they're range tagged. Horseman. No, he found him! Okay, that's the entire economy lead and then some. And by then some, I mean a lot some. So troopers moving over. Villagers do have textiles, but if they start fighting back, they're dead anyway. Oh my god. Axe throwers are so good. Why are we sleeping on this? Everyone needs to go learn Chinese and learn from Blue now. Get coaching from him. What a Chad Lord. Turns out the axe thrower villain arc has indeed begun. Still, now there's so many archers. It's like so much more cost efficient for the dive for Blue than axe throwers. Axe throwers are a little bit more tanky, but against the fully garrisoned TC, they're going to die at a similar pace to archers. So you can just get more mileage for your money by spamming archers. Not just that, he's going castle now, guys. Yeesh. Why not with this type of lead? And it is going to be a play into Angiven. So access to heavy spears, not a bad idea when you're up against mass archers. More rams being built in the meantime. The amount of strongholds, guys. He's got 5, soon 6 ranging strongholds again. He's like anything that can kill those frustrating axe throwers. By the way, Beastie's 1 landmark away from losing the game. I think Blue's aware of this. Because he kind of seems like he's got a target in mind for this. Yeah, he doesn't need to kill the rest of Beastie's eco military. He just needs to kill this thing. Definitely feels like he's got the firepower. Quad ram, tech up complete. Blue just having a field day at this point. Beastie stepping up with the archers now. Has got +2 damage in fairness to him. Blue is just going to show some respect. Backs up a bit. Maybe not. Okay, he's going for a veterancy. Still 35 seconds away. Axe thrower upgrade comes in quicker. Only 30. Now the charge for the horseman absorbing the shot. Spears get the brace out. Aren't going to last long against the archers though. And the ram shuffle continues. It's always so intimidating when in 2026 people are willing to be so negligent with their ram. Do you not realize how much of a premium product this is? Dive on Nifty TC begins to trade out. Upgrade already in for the sergeants. More health, more damage, more armor, more everything. And the villagers, no, the A-clicks are killing them. The villager pull is costing him dearly. Practically all of them dead, just trying to run over. Beastie's archers do look like they're stabilizing, but behind this, men-at-arms spam has begun. Town center down to 2.6k HP. Heavily armored units have now arrived, and that should be curtains. Beastie getting annihilated by this former 200 player turned axe thrower god. Guys, Kratos. Wait, not even finishing him? That's BM. Bro. He teases him before destroying him. Oh my god. World equal wrecked. Everything you knew was a lie, guys. I just called that one the axe throw villain arc is insane. That guy's a beast. Reminder, by the way, Beastie is like making top 4 finishes. He's ranked 6th on the ladder, I think. And 9th on his main. Which has fallen a little bit. Does anyone know who Anastemi is, by the way? This person's currently 1st in the world. Don't know where they came from. They've been playing a long time. They've changed. I don't remember this profile picture. It's a different profile picture now. Oh. Pretty cool games, though. Oh, what do we do now? Is there anyone parting live? I.e. in the live tab? But also, once again, shout out to the AoE 4 scanner, because that was AoE 4 scanner again, coming in with a cool game. That was a really freaking cool game. Like I say, it's not. I don't think it's 100% always accurate because we had one or two that like, but there's some really good ones in there. So I think Swaggy, like, he's onto something. It's definitely better than naked scraping your way through, trying to find something, which is like what we would have done a lot in the past. It's not very fun. So give me a second. There's another Kill game. This one's against Jif. Ruse versus Sengoku. You do scraping with your clothes on. Probably better on the knees, to be honest. I think maybe we do the Yadi versus Jif. Let's do a little bit of Sengoku action. That's not... Oh, is it not a good game? Really? It might be that... Wait, well, it says it's a bad matchup. I'm not looking at the extra details. Apparently, it's a bad matchup, and that's why it's bringing it up. I guess maybe the stats are inaccurate because Roos hasn't been that great until recently, right? So it's probably tracking it as a bad matchup because Sengoku has crapped on Roos for the majority of the year. No, I appreciate you, Kilyadi. All-time favorite AV4 tourney match is still the early AV4 match of Hera vs. Wham, H3 versus Roos on Mountain Pass, the Wonder Victory. Oh, God. Nah. The best Wonder Victory, the most memorable Wonder Victory was not a 1v1. It was the Vietnamese team. I'm trying to remember who they were against, though. Might have been Ayaguz's team. It was on Hill and Dale. And both teams built their Wonder within less than a second of each other. And the win was literally, like, you check the replay, and they built their Wonders at the exact same time. And the win was basically given based on lobby positioning. Because, like, there's an order for the check. So if you've both got the same time, it's going to go like that, and this works with all these things. Like, you know, I think if you, for example, were literally able to kill landmarks at the exact same time, it checks the player slotted in slot 1 before slot 2. So it works that way as well. So what happened on the Wonder Victory is that it checked Team 1 before Team 2. So Team 1 won the game. I have that, I think, on my channel somewhere, and it's the most ridiculous Wonder Victory ever. I don't know if I can find the game easily. Probably not. But it was insane. Nah, I can't find it. By the way, guys, reminder, we're still working for HelloFresh. I might show you the meal today, because I think Emma's going to be cooking it in about like an hour and a half. I don't know what we're having. We might have the burrito bowl. Oh, actually, yo, I can show you pictures. Am I going to do it in a scuffed way? I might do it in a scuffed way. Actually, you know what I can do? I can quickly send it across to my Discord channel. In my things to share. Exclamation mark Discord, by the way. So one of them looked a bit messy because it can just be like a messy meal. It was tasty, though. But the other one looked and tasted real good. Alright, so I'm sending them across now. Hera's Wonder Victory timer hit 0, then Wham took out the Wonder 3 seconds after victory. Oh, and he lost because of it? Yeah, okay. Gotcha. I don't know. I've had so many insane games over the years. All right, one sec. Let me see. Have I got... I think I've uploaded them. Oh, here, I'll show you quick. These were delicious, by the way. Who you support in FIFA World Cup? I'm British. What do you think? We're a top 4 ranked team. This is the time. This is our time. But now, it is HelloFresh time. All right, but by the way, guys, so I've still got more meals to come. I'll probably show you the one today. But we are working with HelloFresh at the moment. So if you want to take advantage of this, 100% recommend it. This was the Marry Me chicken. Like I said, it came out looking a bit weird. It tasted pretty good, though. It's because, like, I think Emma, she said afterwards, like, oh, I should have used more sauce to thicken the sauce. But this one, this one was good. I like this one a lot. So this was like a chili con carne, but with sausage. So they send you a bunch of like sausage meatballs already. That was delicious. So sausage and oregano stuff together. But we've already had 2 of the meals. This one's my favorite out of the 2 so far. The Marry Me chicken, I think, just need a bit more flavor. But for kids, this is really good because it's not an overpowering flavor one way or the other. But they brought all the ingredients like already separated and measured up, so you could just basically throw them in and cook them, which is great. But we still have got some other meals coming through. So yeah, that was the one I said was really good. The campfire style sausage meatball, chili and rice. I think today we might be having the smoky Mexican style pork burrito bowl, which I'll show you guys on stream. But we've still also got the beef, chickpea, and spinach Rogan Josh, and then finally the oven baked chorizo and sweet corn risotto. I think risotto is going to be a hit or miss because I've never done risotto before, so I don't know what to think of it. But I'm super hyped for a burrito bowl. Like I don't get like this type of stuff anymore because we stopped doing fajitas because I'm celiac, so I can't have them. And buying the wraps that you can have, they're not cheap. So I'm hyped to basically have a little bit more Mexican in life. But yeah, if you want to take advantage of this, by the way, ! HelloFresh, it'll bring up the link. My code will get you a bunch of meals included in your plan for free, as well as if you continue for 5 weeks, you'll get your hands on a high quality wok worth about, I think it's $120, $130 RRP. So really big shout out to HelloFresh for sponsoring us. Be sure to take advantage of this offer while you can, while we're working with them. And thank you for everyone who has been supporting already. Food of Empires, dude, like, these are banging. And by the way, like this is the more limited choices, right? Like I've seen some of the others, and I'm kind of envious of you guys because this is the celiacs friendly one, right? These are all things that are wheat free. If you aren't doing wheat free, there's a boatload more options actually. So you got, oh dude, that looks good. Speedy butter chicken baked naan. I'm jealous because I know that's going to be like proper naan bread. It's not going to be gluten-free, so I can't have it. So you guys get a lot better stuff than I can have. The honey miso, mushroom, beef, and pork. You've got the pork meatballs in Cajun spice, tomato, and leek sauce. A lot of these look banging. Are there wheat-only options? Yes. I think you literally, actually no, there is. You can literally just you can do meals, main meals, or you can do lunches, which are like you can get like ciabatta tuna sandwiches, or I guess you could just order bread from them if you really want to. There's so many good ones, man. I like some of the pasta ones in particular look so good. Oh, pulled teriyaki fable mushroom bao. Are you kidding me? That looks gorgeous. I'm jealous. Go order it now. You can, I can't. It has roasted white sesame seeds. Actually, no, that doesn't have the wheat in it. I mean, but I'm pretty sure the bao buns do. Yeah, they contain wheat. Sad for me. Great for you. Bro doesn't know about Mexican Mondays at Weatherspoons. They have gluten-free wrap options. Also, like, what makes you think I'm going out for meals? You know how expensive it is to go out for meals in general? It's crazy expensive, guys. Like, what? Especially in the UK. Everything is just freaking stupidly priced nowadays. My mate said, like the other day he wanted to go out, right? So he took me out for a meal. Because he said, you know, like, I'll pay for it. Because I was like, I don't really need to spend that. He's like, I'll pay for it. Okay. Went to this place, like, I think it's like £10 per dish, he said. It's like, okay, that's not too bad. Wasn't. £20, the main dishes. So, like, just for just a quick meal, starter, and a drink. I think it was £60 all in for just 2 people. 60 bloody quid. UK prices are just basically going through the floor at this point. All right, though. So, we said there was a game we wanted to look at, wasn't there? Oh, no, that's right. Kiwyati said that one game we were thinking about wasn't good. Having a look through the AoE4 scanner to see if there's others. Who's Lord Hairdomort? They're in the US, pretending to be Damu. Quid's the best and funniest currency name? Hell yeah. Sorry, America. It does beat bucks. Good old Quid. Yeah, yeah. Actually, why don't you call them Maple Leafs? That'd be a great name. All right, so let's see. Let's go for a game between Chuck Francis and Lord Haredemore, whoever that may be. Thumpmore game. Is that in here? English Lancaster game against a Chinese player. Wurzelsepp. I mean, that game's not even in the tracker. You want me to cast an Order of the Dragon Mirror? What's wrong with you? Sorry, not to shame you, but why? Why would you ever want mirrors? Especially that one. That one's very weird, and I think quite often one of the more snowbally ones. Maybe. We'll see about it. We're going to do the Haredemort one. If I can get in his profile. Oh, there's two. What music is this? This is from Star Fox, which is appropriately timed because there's a new one, isn't there? This is Corneria's theme. It's a banger. Right, I'm just finding the game now, guys. Give me a sec. Where are you? Just trying to find what map it was. I've lost the game. Where the hell's the game? What? Alright, there's hair. Wait, it wasn't hair? Who the hell was it? It was Haredemort we were looking at. Why is the opponent now changed? Alright, there we go. I found it. It was against Chuck. If I can bloody find it. Aren't the Europeans getting kicked by others in this World Cup? Yeah, but not England. So far. We're still in. It's not like a continental-wide thing of like, oh, one European team lost, so they're all going to lose. I mean, front runners are still what? Argentina, Spain? France and England were. France lost though, right? No, not France. Who was it that lost recently? In the round of 32. There was a big upset. Because France demolished Sweden, didn't they? Netherlands, that's it. Was it, I'm trying to remember, was it an African country that beat them? Canada beat South Africa, which was, I think, an upset, is the idea. Brazil beat Japan, but that wasn't that convincing. I think Brazil's not having a great time this year. Brazil's been kind of weird for a while, ever since that infamous 7-1 Germany loss. Norway 2-1 to Ivory Coast. That was it. Morocco beat Netherlands. That was the big upset shocker. There was also, if I remember correctly, was it Paraguay done something quite impressive? Oh, yeah, they almost beat Germany. Yeah, no, that was the tight one. That was the one you talked about. 4-3 in the end to Germany, but uncomfortably close. All right. It's time for Legends from the Ladder. That's right, Games of the Week. We've got Haredemort up against Chuck Francis in what AI has told us is an unusual game. Oh, wait, Paraguay did win against... Oh, you're right. It's just the scoring has been written weirdly on the website. So, yeah, Paraguay did beat Germany. Sorry, that's right. Yeah. I was remember that correctly. Yeah, so we already had some kind of insane losses, but that doesn't mean all of Europe sucks. Look at this. We're watching Europeans now. Oh, actually, yellow is from the US. I don't know who this is. I don't think it's Ben on a Smurf account because he usually doesn't change their location. And if he did, he wouldn't call himself someone so obvious. But let's see what we've got in mind. It's going to be a good old-fashioned HRE Dark Rush up against Marlies, and Marlies will go for the patented Canadian opening of an outpost defense on the gold to be secure. So we'll just do a little bit of fast forward because the spears are not going to really get to do anything here. Diving in just wouldn't be worth it. There's going to be double villager left here to gather on the sheep. Any dive-in is just going to lose you more than you gain. Oh, he actually does walk back. Still, even with one villager, it's going to be annoying on the dive. We got the last three, World Cups from Germany. Never got out of the group stage except this time. It's true. It's been weird, though, right? Like, it has been weird the way things have been changing since I was a kid. I mean, Italy don't even make it to World Cups anymore. When I was a kid, you could never imagine that. All right? Especially considering, like, the history in that tournament. Also, England doing well. Something you just couldn't expect. I think the biggest benefit that England had in football when it came to the quality of players was the shift away from every single player being drafted being in the Premier League. Some of the old school pros actually highlighted this. I don't know if you guys have seen those like podcasts. They said they couldn't work together because they were enemies. Like you couldn't go and play for the international squad and give any information to like a Frank Lampard that was useful. Because if you went home then and were playing for Manchester United, you've now just fed information, tactical information to your enemy. So it always put the England squad in a very weird position. What's up, KB? Where do you put Murad in the rankings, in your opinion? Always enjoyed his games when I see him. Top 20. Top 20 is fair. I think he still lacks a consistency. Like, I expected him to make it through the Elite Classic quite casually. Well, maybe some challenge in the first one, but quite reliably in the second qualifier. But he ended up missing the first qualifier and got stomped out in the second. So I think he just needs to like find that consistency. But Mirad's a good player. When he peaks, he's really impressive. Like, I think when Mirad peaks, he's moving towards like top 10. So we have got tech up complete, and yellow is going to be going into Sofa Archer play here. It was an Arhan build. What an arms added in is quite interesting this early on. Maybe already anticipating the enemy's going to have archers as well. Looking forward to Canada versus UK. Wait, have we got that alignment? Is there a path? I'm pretty sure Canada's on like the opposite side. You'd have to go really deep. And everyone knows if that happens, Canada is obligated to just throw the game for us for Her Majesty. So, His Majesty, sorry. Otherwise, we'll have to invade your asses and take all of your maple syrup as punishment. We'll do a reverse America on you and take all your maple syrup and just pour it in the harbor. All right, so who wins with these comps, actually? I think Arhan is a very powerful boon, and this spawn isn't great for yellow. The second gold is frontside like this. It's not secured in any way or form. So with limited gold access, and thus a weaker economy, I think yellow is going to have a hard time in the first several minutes here. If they can survive the onslaught and they get, 4 or 5 of these ranches online with cow in feudal age, they can start scaling the real army. You can see right now, like, the archer walls are lost. They're doubled already. And Chuck's adding in a bunch of men-at-arms. What a baller. You see Sofa and you add men-at-arms is kind of wild. Because Sofa are just armored men, like a heavily armored cavalry men-at-arms, right? They cost a bit more than MAA. I think, actually, if anything, this has become a lot more reliable because of the recent changes where men-at-arms received a buff. They cost 10 less food. Whereas Sofa are still hella pricey at 180. Sofa are really good for raiding. I find where the Sofa strats for Malians falls apart is when you do what Chuck is doing. When you directly push into the Sofas, they kind of flop. They're not great at taking direct, straight-up fights with good economy sips. Right? They're designed to be effective raiding. If you have military lead, sure, you can get in that fight, you can win. There's no way you're going to have military lead against HRE this early. With Arhan Chapel, they're way too efficient. Ranged armor already on the way for Chuck. He's got Blacksmith advantage. Yellow's missing some key things here. Yeah, Blacksmith's coming in this late. Guys, I don't like this. He's going to... Like, Chuck's going to have a minute and a half of double tech advantage. Which is huge against Sofa. Not that there's really many of them. He's got some extra spears coming out, so I don't think Sophos can actually get the coup de grace to finish off those archers. Now Chuck with the dive in finds the tree line. Yellow not pulling away. Hello? Okay, begins to now. Scout goes down, gets 4 workers out of that. More than happy. Chuck's going to be over the moon with that trade. Yellow's just still not finding the real damage, right? He killed 2 archers here, but ended up losing 4 workers. So it looks like what happened is Yellow was fixated on microing to get those kills, but the trade out, as you can see, was not even remotely decent for him. A few more farms coming in. Is Chuck running out of food soon? He's out. He's down to his last sheep. So he's going to have to move out of the base or rush mass farms. He's got 17 on wood, which suggests that he's not leaving the base. Instead, Chuck looks like he's prepping to go in the enemy one. Siege engineering now on the way. Yellow moves across the map, just looking to find more troops to cut down. Also, what the hell is that? Dude, Nightbot is an idiot. It just spammed the same command twice for no reason. What? I only have that command once, guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to have to find a new chatbot now. Nightbot just seems to be melting. Its brain not working. Does not compute. Backside dive? Ooh, okay. I think Chuck's getting ahead of himself. Surely the play here is just you prep rams and then push hard on one side of the base, or tech. Looks like he's trying to push the back side of the base and tech. It's a very odd combo. And arms now into a clash. One there, they're outnumbered in melee. Chuck's just going to trade with the back line. What just happened? Chuck just threw the lead. Yellow now able to run down the archers. His own archer is now going to be chasing cross map. Chuck, he has just set up the farms, but now he's in a position where he just has to go for the tech. I don't like this for Pink anymore. This looks dicey. How many ranches are we at? Only 5? Ooh, some more worker kills though. Hold on a second. Gets 2 more kills off of that. Army has been obliterated. Pink is now forced to reinvest in more army though, which means no tech. I think there's a play out of a weird situation here for Chuck if he preps for Burgrave. Even if you have like 10 men at arms, you can go Burgrave and then get the rush, which will destroy Sofa with men at arms. But right now, I favor Yellow's position, right? Like, this is pretty worrisome what Chuck just done. He hasn't got enough gold safe, right? His golds are all exposed front side, so he has to build army. He can't just rush Age up. What just happened? Chuck decided to dive the back of the enemy base unnecessarily, I'd say, here. And then he got caught on the retreat because he was teching. This is just a classic lesson in why you don't typically see people attacking while teching. Good players will kill you for it. Oh, she's getting rid of the spears, Sofa. Just waiting patiently, diligently. As Chuck now has no gold access if he can't touch this. Yellow steers away. Okay. Interesting choice. Is he scaling cow? He's not. So it's not like you're backing off because you're attacking. Yellow's showing probably a lot more respect to Chuck than is necessary right now. I mean, he saw the size of the army, right? He knows he outnumbers it. 20 archers to 14. Tower only matters if you dive a little bit too deep. I like this pressing again, though. Sofa. Start to harass. Baits the reaction of the men at arms. Be careful those spears. Only 5, though, isn't great. Tower definitely helping Chuck on the defense here. Please tell me Yellow. Yeah, he is. He's spamming out ranches now. So this makes a lot more sense. Ending the game in Feudal Age is very hard these days. Even though the devs made attempts to reward aggressive play, the fact remains that the way that AoE 4 has been designed has always inherently benefited the defender in Feudal Age. So scaling for castle is a lot more logical, even more so when you play Marlians. Like, what ends up happening if you have to scale castle? You delay the game by another few minutes, but you end up with a bunch of units which are high-value upgrades for Sophos. Because once they're vetted, they can destroy it. And in the meantime, he's just stopping Chuck from actually scaling. Like, Chuck is gradually losing the game because of this. Yes, he's got more farms coming in, but if he's not gathering gold, he can never age up. And when he is gathering gold, it feels like a lot of it just going into extra men-at-arm spam rather than attack. Chuck. Let's get baited for with spears there. I like that he's built between 8 and 10, I think is what he's aiming for here, because it's enough to keep Sofa honest, i.e. not diving you. I think when you're down at 5 spears, there's going to be a high temptation at this rate for Yellow to full-on commit. And that's not what Chuck wants right now. Oh, got more of those ranches filling out. We're getting there. 12 cow out of 20. Inevitability does feel like it's knocking at the door on this one. Yellow backing up like this may have just... is he trying to bait him? Because I think it's working. Yeah, look at what's happening. Chuck just watched the army leave. Why? Why would you ever leave? Yellow looked like he was winning that. And now it turns into a gang bush. Rotates around the back with a Sofa. He's going in for a dive. Decides against it, though. Did he see them retreating? No, he just realized that Sofa aren't very good at diving base. He's just doing it to buy time. Because look at what's now happened. 18 cow. He's baiting with the Sofa to stop Chuck from marching cross map. Got to give it to him. It's bloody crafty. Because with marching drills, it doesn't take HRE long to get to your base. So use the time to scale more archers. Chuck now with more people on gold, but it feels like more and more is just going into army, less into the idea of tech. Dangerous. Hey, Frey. Something's wrong. What's wrong? Look at the microphone.
Something I'm worried about.
What are you worried about?
Where going? Grace is Thursday.
They don't know who Grace is. Alright, pause a second. Big fight coming in. Sofa have to hard commit. Who's going to win, Freya? Pink or yellow?
I think
You think yellow's going to win? Let's find out. The men-at-arms wave. It's melting pretty fast to the Sofa. Actually, quicker than the Sofa.
Dad.
Yep.
Do you think
I think yellow's win. I think you're right. Look at this. Front line's been broken. Trickle of spearmen coming in. A decent number of Sofa left over.
yeah, we're
And
right.
yellow now with the counter push. Sofa gonna chase him down.
Daddy, we're right. Yellow's gonna win.
High five? Again, go properly. Hey. Man, he just rinsed him. What a timing
Give me a
there by
high
yellow.
five. Give me a high five.
There you go. You get your high five.
Now
So
my turn.
Chuck's now stuck, and yellow can just tech guys. Like, he's got so much cow behind this. His archer count is superior. The men-at-arms are non-existent for Chuck. He's just stuck.
Dad,
What a play.
you
Yes,
just
Stella?
made me press the button.
Don't push the button.
I actually pressed some.
Yeah, don't push him, silly sausage.
Actually, you made me press some.
Okay. Do you want to go play? No. You're going to sit on my lap in the summer. Good. You're covered in glitter.
That's because on the other time, I did my beautiful test.
Testing.
Fan.
Oh, yeah, it's working.
On the other time, I did a beautiful fan, Dad.
Yes, darling.
Then I got...
So Tech Up's now coming, and Chuck is at risk of just getting washed away. He's going for another offensive,
Daddy.
but I don't know if it's going to be fast enough.
Daddy, this isn't glass.
Huh?
It isn't glass. This or that isn't glass.
No, it's not glass.
Yeah, this isn't very hard.
But it feels like Chuck is running a glass cannon approach here. Grand Fulani Tech Up's coming. Yes, darling?
Dad, this is glass and that.
No, it's not glass. None of it's glass.
All of them.
Yellow's skilling more archers. Sofa also getting queued up. Remember, like, he doesn't have to hold resources anymore. Yes, darling?
Look what I see right there. Birthday barley.
He's got all the cows. Moo.
No.
Yeah, the cow.
I'm talking the one that has blue flags.
Oh, okay. There's no blue flags here.
I saw some.
It's pink or yellow. Backstab as well from
Pink.
yellow. Nicely played. Just
I
trying to
want
bait
to
him.
see yellow flag.
Yeah, yellow flag there. See the little flags. Check up now complete. Upgrades on the way. And Shark looks dead.
We got lots of houses for a lot of people. Because the yacht can't fit there.
Okay.
Because there's
Such
only
a
one.
waffler.
There's only. How many chairs are there in
I don't know how many chairs. Burn's coming through though. All the little buildings are going down. Look at it. Wow.
there? Are they breaking yellow?
Yeah, it's like when Ezra knocked over your tower.
Yeah. It's like the pink, like Edgar knocking my tower.
Yes, darling. Army now approaching. Chuck needs to begin the tech up.
Dad,
Remember,
we're on-
veterancy takes a long good time for him.
We're on the yellow team, and Mommy and Edgar's on this team.
Oh, they're on pink, are they?
Yeah, and
How
we-
nice of you to put them on the losing
And
team.
we are on yellow.
Now, let's see if yellow can win this. Sofa now approaching. Archers on the way. Poison arrow is not far out, guys. And this is a Burgrave build, which will be hard countered by mass poison archers. Tricky situation for Chuck. He's also tapping through his starting gold quite quick. It's down to 1,400. Not a lot. Yep. Oh, the fridge. Because I've got a fridge down there because I can.
So you can
Chuck
put
coming in.
drinks it.
Yep, and I think Chuck might need a big drink because there's going to be a big gulp here. Veterancy for spears queued up. Coming in
Dad.
fast. Archers, targeting down the villagers on the back here.
Dad,
Yes. There he is. And now the push
there's
in.
something in it.
There is. There's something in it. You don't need to know what. Charge coming through. Spear wave should be able to do some damage to these so far. I'm more concerned about the archers. However,
Dad.
the target fire from the TC and the outposts.
Dad,
What?
where does that come
That came from a shop. You can't have it. Dive now coming in. All the farms are not working, by the way. Chuck's got an inability to build more units out of this, right? No, it's fine where it is. Clash pass. This is a lot of outposts, but not enough. GG gets called. It is going to be a win for yellow. Game's done.
Why is the game done?
Because it's done. Stop touching the microphone. I told you about that.
Did yellow win or
Yellow won. Well done.
we was right?
Yes, we were.
Yes, to have 5. That means Edgar and Mummy don't win.
Yeah. All right. Go tell them they're losers. All right. Say bye to stream.
Actually, Dad, I want to see on your.
No, Daddy's got to do some work. You say bye to stream. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Look at the camera up there.
Stinky,
Mwah.
Mummy.
Stinky mommy. Go tell her that. And Stinky Ezra. All right. Nice girl. Shouldn't you be at Wimbledon? Why would I be at Wimbledon? Dude, I feel like tennis is so overrated. I've always felt that way, though. Like, tennis never really resonated with me. I think, for me, it just wasn't really my sport. I think a lot of people got... You know what it is? A lot of people got into it when, like, Andy Murray's doing well. And that's kind of it. It's like, it's the same with darts with British people. Started to make a comeback for us when Luke Littler's dominating, you know? We're as shallow as many other countries where we start to care more about certain sports when we actually get good at it again. You watch. If we ever dominate cricket, we'll care. I won't. I find cricket to be the most boring thing. What? Go knock on the door, Mummy. I'll open it. Go knock on the door and try. Don't touch that. Do not touch that. Go try again. Touching the AC, the little portable one, which is full of water. Last thing I need is that girl knocking a giant tub of water out onto my office floor. She bloody would as well, Nona. So I don't know if Emma's cooking now. We've got a little bit of time left. What do we do with it, chat? Could try and find some live games. There's still no way of filtering by rank, is there? Which is kind of sad. In fact, let me double check quickly that Emma hasn't literally got food dishing up. Because I know she's been cooking earlier in the summer. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to run a minute of ads so you guys... Oh, wait, I can't do that. It's already ran. All right, be right back in a sec. All right, Emma got lazy. She couldn't be asked to cook today. So we're having pizza. Woo. So I'll have to show you some food on the other days. She said she's probably going to cook tomorrow. I reckon we'll have the burrito bowl tomorrow. I feel baited, man. But luckily, the portions was pretty big. So we had some leftover of the chili bowl. So I'm probably going to have that with rice. While the kiddos are going to have pizza. What to do now, though? We've cast a decent amount of the games of the week. We could... Is there any games to check out? I did download Sand again to give it another try. Because, like, I think the idea has a lot of potential. I just think it's very buggy at the moment. What do we do, chat? We could play some Sand. And chill. In solos, looting the map, maybe killing some players. We could also... Could do some more Stronghold Crusader. I don't know. I don't feel like Stronghold Crusader is that compelling to watch, though. It's a very fun game to play, but maybe not to watch. We need mod games? Nah, dude, there's not enough time for that. We're going out like an hour and a half, so I maybe got like an hour of time left. There's no new strategy games that released today, right, chat? I didn't see any anyway. I'm just having a double check now. 1 sec. Let's have a look together. Well, Assassin's Creed is coming out in like a week. Maybe we should do that. So this is like moment of confessions. I never actually played much of Assassin's Creed Black Flag originally. I played like maybe 2 or 3 hours. And then for some reason I just didn't continue. Whereas a lot of people have tweeted this is like the best one. But apparently this one has been not just improved, they've like updated and changed a bunch of things as well. Other than that, I don't think there's that much early on. Echoes of Aincrad, is this good? Just a little Bandai Namco game. Cat Mail. The Mound. 4-player co-op game. Oh, dude, I remember hearing about this. This is actually really cool. Have you guys heard about this game? So The Mound is a co-op horror game where you all are going crazy on an island and you all see different things. It's a very interesting concept, actually. When I heard about this, I was like, that's actually pretty genius. It's like you can try to communicate what's real, but you don't know what's real, right? So you guys are going through these lands and you're essentially hallucinating different things from your perspective and then somehow interacting with each other. So I think the idea is you can accidentally grief each other and stuff like that. It's a very unique concept. I'll give them credit for that. That might be cool to check out. It's on the 15th of July. I'd have to get a team together to check it out with, though. And I think there's not too much else in July other than Zero Space. which is 20th of July. Oh my god, Holland start. Wait, I love how Holland's out of. It's just that it's released, but the timing couldn't have been worse. They make a Holland pack as they get booted out of the World Cup. Oh, SCS software, man. Like, you didn't even plan this. There's no way. Oh, feels bad. But at least Dutch people can get a nice looking truck in a video game. I haven't tried Mecha Chameleon yet. I really want to find a group to play this with because it does look like a lot of fun too. I think I'll leave it. I'm weighing up between calling it and sorting some emails and stuff behind the scenes, or we could probably spin up a little bit of sand. I don't think there's enough time for Olden Era, because even a sprint, like if a sprint doesn't end in battle number 2, that can take you over an hour, and I need to eat and everything. We're going out at 6 because it is my niece's birthday. What do you guys think? Crusader, Sand. I've baited Desert Tune to start playing it, but I don't think he'll be around right now for it. There's also Battlefield, I guess. Already played Dynasty Warriors. I need more games, bro. Just casually sitting here with like 1,000 games on this Steam account. Sorry, 1,514. Okay, I got more over time. That's a lot of game. Actually, I don't know. I don't even know what's real or not anymore because like the way it logs games on here, some of them will be like this, where it's the workshop tool. Others will be like, like SDK and stuff. Others will be test branches. Others will be demos. I think they all count now. So I don't know if you guys know about this, but like this has been very annoying. Is like the streamers, often you get messaged about keys for things, and what the agencies are now doing is they're messaging you about the demo. So they're offering you keys for the demo, not for the main game. It's so weird. I mean, it might seem entirely, but like the logic is like if you're gonna bother to reach out about a game and also ask for coverage, the bare minimum you can definitely do is just give the creator key. Because otherwise it just kind of feels like a bit of a time waste. But we did start crafting a better Walker on Sand. Do I want a Stronghold? One of the missions we're at Stronghold is actually an absolute pain in the ass. Alright, no one's given any opinion. I guess I'll make my rule in then. I guess we'll rock up a little bit of sand to close it out. Yeah, we'll do like 1 or 2 runs. So let me update this as well. I can't do it for YouTube because YouTube's weird like that. Sand. It's coarse and annoying, and I don't like it. I'd say points if you get where that's from. Yeah, no points if you get where that reference is from. All right, so we should be showing in the sand directory now. Yarp. I guess I'll add into sand. The problem is if I change the game category in this now, it's going to list inaccurately because, yeah, it doesn't split the stream right, I don't think. I'm hoping the audio levels are good on this now. I find the audio settings on this game were not very helpful. Because, like, you mute it all down so the guns barely made any noise, and then you'd fire a cannon and go deaf. It's really bad for that. But I have been making a boost. Nah, not that. That's the base one. Check my beast out. You guys ready? Have a look at this beaut. So, turns out it's pretty OP to just insulate... Oh, wait. This is not the one. Extra menu. It turns out it's actually pretty OP to insulate around your engine. So, being a sweaty tryhard, I decided to make the grumpy... Wait, no, that's not the one. The Nervous Sentinel. A 5-player walker, which does look like a boost. We've been unlocking a few more parts. Still lots of stuff we need to unlock. But yeah, so basically, like a sweaty tryhard, I put all of the chambers where everyone lives in the way. Because basically the way this game works is if your engine gets blown up, you lose. So the best thing you can do when you're optimizing your builds is embed the engine and surround it. If it's surrounded, it's much harder for someone to kill you. So we went for a 4-gun setup and 5 passengers. I was thinking of making one of my smaller ones a bit more effective for this. So give me a sec. Because I did have a blueprint for a 1-player one. Was it this one? First Step. Yeah. But I didn't end up liking First Step that much. I started using Scientific Grumbler instead, which is a little bit more protected. But I can probably do a better job of Scientific Grumbler too. So let's have a look at this one quick. I'm going to give it a quick tweak and then we can drop. So I think design-wise, what you can do different here is that you can probably set up even just a corridor, which are a bit cheaper, but it's armor protection. Not much. Actually, HP-wise, it has 800 HP. How much does a cabin have? Because cabins are also storage too. That's the funny part. Here, isn't it? Has 1500 HP. That's much better. Yeah, so if I had that there, boom. It just protects the engine, basically. You want to try and surround the engine a bit. So I'm still exposed pretty hard on one side, but I'm at least protected on the other. I also can now switch to the corner gun spots. I think they're better. Yeah, so if we go like this, like this. So this is my solo rider, even though it's got 2 guns. But like, I think you can arc to face the front. We'll find out pretty quickly if I'm wrong on that. And then the other thing I needed to do is I needed to change this because it's blocking my access. I guess what we could do. I like that idea, actually. I'm going to remove this and remove this. I'm going to put a corridor in so someone can't just jump onto my walker. And then I'm also going to add in some storage here. Beautiful. The corridors do cost you silver to deploy. It's not too much silver, though. It's like 100. I think that is... Oh, wait. I need to put a floor on top as well, don't I? Yarp. Actually, I guess I could have put storage up here, too. Maybe a 1 storage is worth it. So 1 storage is 15. I think without it, it's just 10. That's 5. Okay. But I got loads of the scrap material. So I'm going to put extra storage up here, too. What's wrong now? Oh, I've got overhang, haven't I? Yeah. I can fix that, though. I just need to create storage with a frame. Wait, just do 2, right? 25 or... Oh, 45. I don't... Well, yeah, we're getting rid of this one anyway, so... I guess we'll do it like that. We'll do the full storage. Right, there you go. Bob's your uncle. And now you just need to put an access platform in the center. And then we're good to go. Why is that still a problem? Oh, wait. This doesn't have... Wait, can corridors not have... Really? Corridors can't have an entrance drop. That's surprising. A little bit lame. I didn't realize that. I thought corridors would let you go up as well, but they don't. Okay, so it has to be one of these then. Rip. Still says it has reachability issues somehow. Oh, wait. I see. I think I have to do this. And then that. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. All right, let's get ready to roll with this. Oopsie. Yeah, I've been fighting a lot of stuff. All right, so I usually just go out with the naked basics anyway. Because you can find a decent stuff on the go anyway. Let's take the shovel with us. And then in terms of what we want on board. Don't really want a 40 mil. I want the 80 mil. 80 mil's goated. Then what else do I need? We can do a little bit of food. We don't need too much because we're only a one-man crew right now. I think that's about it. Could probably take some fuel rods, but usually you find fuel rods so quickly it doesn't matter. But the flip side argument of that is that means I have a lot of fuel rod anyway, so who cares? Sure, let's go. All right, lock and load, boyos. Into the voyage we go, because I'm pretty sure Storm is still bugged, so you get... Basically, you get outnumbered. You'll be like a one-man stack, and you'll go into like 3 people or some crap, which is really stupid. One sec, just gonna put this over here. There's a better hero here. Probably here, right? Just double checking. Yeah, that should be fine there. Oh, perfect location. Alright, boyos. I did give myself ammo, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I clicked the right type of ammo. We'll find out very quickly if I'm now naked without ammo. No, I think we're fine. Yeah, let's see if I mold at this game again. I mean, like I say, it's... I think I just need to accept it's super buggy, and then from there, see if I can get over that, I know I'm going to enjoy the game. If I can't get over how buggy it is, I know I'm going to have to, like, wait until they further develop it. But let's see. Wait, I saved this. Oh, I didn't replace it, though. That sucks. All right, so we got our old design. Boo. I definitely saved it, though, right? I'm not imagining that, chat. I'm pretty sure I saved it. But I think it's because I didn't apply the new blueprint. We're on the old blueprint, which is a bit annoying. All right, let's just quickly bank our food. No, not the batteries. And let's start the engine. Yeah, I'm getting much better at learning to turn off my engine when I'm in places, because the problem is, like, yes, having your engine on is nice because it means you can get away quicker. But what's even nicer is people not knowing you're there, so that they don't know where to go to immediately jump on your crawler and blow you up. I think we'll go for strudel. And then, what's our power levels at? Not that high, so I guess I'll go ahead and invite myself to one of these. Juice that bad boy up. Yeah, baby. Look at that speed boost. So, yeah, not only does it replenish your fuel, but typically you get, like, little speed boosts temporarily. So, our Walker, you can hear it even. It's moving a lot quicker. And now slowed down. They don't last that long, but they're meant to be quite strategic. That is a shiny building. What? Ooh, my star for the warehouse, actually. The lighthouse, rather. Yeah, we'll do lighthouse, and then we'll rotate into the town. Anyone else played this game yet? Let me know what you think of it. Like I said, I think it has a lot of potential. It is sadly very buggy. But, like, if they can actually get beyond those bugs, then it could actually be pretty amazing. I think they're definitely on the clock, because the novelty elements will wear off, and then you're left with, like, the core gameplay loop of, like, you know, walkers versus walkers, which, if they don't fix the bugs, will get old quickly, because you'll feel like you're losing to the game, not the players, which beats the point of good PvP. But, if they get it there, there's a lot of potential. Like, I could see this basically replacing Sea of Thieves for a lot of people. And Sea of Thieves isn't the grandest game anymore in terms of player count, but I think it still does fairly well for itself. Yeah, one of my mates was playing all the expansions of it. I was like, oh, this game's been getting that type of updates? I didn't even know. I also find you can get really good content from these type of games. So, like, from a streamer perspective, it's quite engaging for a lot of us. Like, not just content engaging, but, like, you know, stimulus engaging. Ah, there we go. Hey, buddy. Should be more of you. Where is that one? See it? Oh, no. Can I make that? I'm going to have to run round to the stupid ladder on the other side, aren't I? I've also noticed recently that, like, carrying crates all the time is kind of self-griefing. Because if you're always carrying the crates, you don't notice a lot of the small things you can pick up that look like they're just themic things, like a shovel. Or like the other day, I discovered you can pick up ficuses, which you need for high-level research later anyway. I was like, oh, what is this thing? Okay. Don't think there's anything extra here. Oh, this needs to be boom boomed. Good thing I've got a giant cannon, which should be able to boom boom it. So we'll open up in a sec. Oh, this one's closed too. All right, well, we'll open up now then. I think we can blow those open. I haven't tried before, but I can't really imagine it not working. That would be a bit silly. Gotta remember to start using spacebar, which is handbrake. It just immediately puts everything in neutral. Alright, let's see. Big boom boom. It does indeed work. It's also still very loud, right, chat? So loud. I just can't seem to get the sound levels to a point where it's not... It's either I'm going to mute every sound in the game to nothing, or it's going to be at least a little bit obnoxious on volume. Alright, so... Nice. There's my good gun. Yeah, this is what I mean. I find like I usually quite quickly can get a decent secondary, so I only walk out with a pistol. Because you just need to kill a little bit of PvE, and then you can find a good weapon, right? So, like, you know, it's more efficient that way than just taking extra gear out just to fill up quicker. Really good stuff here, actually. Oops. Pick those up, I guess. That should be all. This lighthouse was a good haul. Because the thing is that typically you're going to find better gear on average behind destructible doors. And the nice thing about this is it's such a small location that you can, as you saw there, use your walker to break the doors, whereas in a big town you might not be able to get the angle. So you have to find, like, crates. You have to find, not crates, you have to find, what are they called? Barrels, or you have to waste valuable throwables. Okay. Get the valuables. Some fancy-ass mids. Ah, and Chardonnay. So this is what I mean. This is one of those things you wouldn't notice if you're carrying around a crate, but once you drop this, you can now see you can pick up Chardonnay. Very good. And like a lot of these things, you basically need them to unlock better technologies, i.e. get better blueprint parts for your walkers. And yes, there is a silly little trick where when you're going up, if you keep jumping, you will climb quicker than if you just walk. It's silly, but I'm still going to use it. More goodies. I think... Ooh. Anything here? Doesn't seem like it. I feel like I've just been baited. But it's a pretty view. Alright, no smokestack, so we aren't at risk here. Oop. Ah! An M82. That's the one shot, right? Oh, no, it's the same one I've got. Okay. Will, however, make room for the extra ammo, I think. Something in here we can drop. Let's drop the extra food. Okay, so that seems to be everything. Down we go. Alright, so gotta pack this on the Walker and then the Chardonnay as well. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, pretty good haul to start off. It's annoying when you actually find good stuff on a small area like this because you're like, maybe I should extract. You're like, oh, that'd be lame. Loot 3 buildings and leave. Cowardism. It's not how real men loot. The soundtracks are also a pretty good vibe. Alright, that should be everything. I got booze! So I think we do the big city next to us. I want to start doing Storm. So I'm going to try to, like, actually sync up with a few people I know that I think are interested in the game. Because it would be quite fun to do the Storm mode. Because the Storm mode, when you get to the final circles, you get really good gear start to spawn. Whereas Voyage is, like, stuff spawns, stuff despawns. Stuff appears, stuff disappears. But, like, on average, your quality of goods should be lower for the same amount of time spent. Alright, so we're now gonna bait the Robo to drop. I want to stay out here so that it definitely spawns in front of me, because otherwise it's going to be really annoying. What I probably will do is, as it fills up, I'm going to do a sidewalk, because the bots very much struggle with targeting things that are moving, even if you're just barely moving. So, there's the flare. Son of a gun, he spawned behind me. Should have seen that coming. And he hit me already. God damn it. Alright. So, let's have it sidewalk. Just to try and minimize the shots we're taking a little. Let's not talk about me missing that. Did he just... I swear I know what I'm doing. Oh my god, dude. I missed like a millimeter. You cannot make this up. I just... Whatever. Walk forward. Did I just... How are we missing? How? I don't even know where to begin with those misses, man. Like, I think we missed 3 times by, like, a millimeter. A millimeter. Oh, my God. I'm just the strongest Tex in the West, man. God damn. Quick, come join my crew. I'm clearly the baddest assist in the... Well, like, actually, when you say it like that, it's pretty accurate. I'm great, guys, I swear. All right. Decent amount of damage taken. Very annoying. In before I go downstairs, and I'm missing a whole compartment. I mean, I feel like I got hit good somewhere. I heard it. So maybe. Actually, yeah, not too bad. Oh yeah, that was the other reason why I wanted to fix this design. I may be blocked by a door. By the shelf. Anything good? Some decent high velocity millimeter shots. Nothing too cray cray. Alright, so let's head for the big city. Where the girls are pretty. And we'll take it home. How long is this going to take to loot? I don't think too long, actually. This city's not the biggest. Probably 2 crates worth, maybe 3. So we won't have to hang around too long. And a city this size, there's a good chance that it's got a beacon container for us to find. Hello, boys. god, the lag. This is what I mean about the bugginess. Like things like this, like the movement feeling like it's 0 frames on these guys when they reach you, definitely needs to be improved. In fact, I should probably I should probably turn on Reaver Tuner again to see what my frame rate is, because I'm not sure. When I aim down sight like this, it feels very off. Quite a lot of gunners here, isn't there? Eh? What am I hitting? As you can tell, natural marksman. Bro, just come die. Stop teasing. Stop pleasing. Alright, there we go. I think there was another one still as well. There is. Oh, he's right there. Hey, buddy. Bye, buddy. I do need a base container now to start picking stuff up. I don't even know what the last one is. No base container? Not there. Nice. Yeah, there's so much different stuff here, though. Like, there's food. I think there's food plus safe plus something else I saw. Which means we're not going to have enough space as we keep going to drop this off eventually. Some of the things feel like they need so much. Like, the weird coral demands for research techs is stupidly high for... And coral chunks, too, for how little you get. From what I've seen, anyway. I think that should be them mostly all gone. Fancy food, which means I'm going to run out of space. Yeah, so this is medical. God, I wish there was a way to get just ever so slightly more space so that you could get away with one container for longer. Warehouse district's going to be lots of parts, so that'll be a different type of slot to fill. Or similar slot is probably going to be up here. I think here. Would be nice for them to add a loot all button as well, so you can just pull everything possible that you can out at once. I'm not surprised they don't have that, actually. Wait, where did you come from? Oh, inside there. So you just wall hacked me. One of those boys I see. So let's see. Let's do this. Whoops. Then get those two. I think this might be a good gun. I'm not sure. Nah, it's just a Rusty. Rusty's the worst tier. Kind of don't care about them that much. And there's the weapon crates too. So I'm kind of going to need a second one of these. There's even bombs on the floor. On the side, rather. And there's a red... Nice, so we can blow a hole. This part of the gameplay is very peaceful. The problem is after this, it's the attached feeling. Once you've got your loot, now you've got something to really loot. And that's when the stakes really start to rise. Nice, got him. Stand close to the door, idiot. Yeah. What? I don't know what the tick rate is. That's what I've been thinking of recently. Is like the movement doesn't look solid, especially once you ADS. Maybe I'm just rubbish. All right, weapon parts in here. Presumably there's more good shiny, nice, more parts. Blow out the other side, but there's not really much point. Oh, nice. Is that the same gun as me or better? Same gun, right? I think so. Can we drop here? Actually, get rid of scrap ammo. It's not that good. Oh, and a time bomb. Get rid of those two. You go up here? Semi looks like it, but I don't think so. Nah. Alright, so no rooftop access there. We've now got like 3 crates we need to drop off. What we can do, just gotta remember it later. Okay, that is a terrible spot to have done it in, so I guess I'm gonna go bank these now because I'm gonna forget about that. Yeah, there's this silly thing right now where you can drop from a height, a crate, and it'll go all the way to the bottom. They don't like get thrown off or anything. It's very handy, but it does mean sometimes you can actually lose track of things quite easily. Because they can fall off in these like tiny, tiny gaps. Let's get these 2 crates. Oof. This is also why I always bring extra shelving, because I'm kind of lazy. I don't then go around and organize and transfer into the correct boxes like I should. So, if you really are OCD and you like organizing other people's inventories, come join my crew today. We'll set you up with your own little 1x1 cell that you live in. And I'll ring a bell every time I bring loot back so you can just basically turn up and deposit everything where it needs to be. Your cut of the loot will be nothing. Actually, I haven't checked how the loot system works with crews. Do they duplicate or split the resources? I feel like splitting the resources would be very difficult. Like, who wants what? How do you decide? So I'm imagining that the looting system just basically is set up to duplicate so that everyone gets stuff when you leave. But I haven't got any friends, so I haven't found out yet. Wait, what? I swear I just heard a walker. I'm on high alert, man. I think my snack is missing, so it might have just been my walker powering down. But I'm like super duper paranoid now. I think it was my walker powering down. I should really turn down the epic music because that music made it almost impossible to hear that walker noise. Oh, hey, boys. A lot of people attacked on one location. And nice, there is a red container nearby. Alright, so I didn't really loot the rest of this, did I? Nope. Excuse me? Excuse me? Hello, game? Can I stop being stuck now, please? Game? Game? If I was out of ammo right now, I'd be screwed, and this would be pretty scummy. But I'm kind of stuck, guys. How do I get out? I can't crouch or anything. I might have to hit respawn. They need an unstock option. That's stupid, man. I'm glad I've got food, because otherwise we'd be even more screwed. Because your base respawn wait is 1 minute. With food, it's 10 seconds. That's so silly. What a clownery. Alright, back we go. This time we'll have to go around and pray there's no more zombies waiting there. Otherwise, I'll be in trouble. What in the clownery, man? I'm pretty sure it's this way. Yeah, this is the spot. Uh-huh. Where's my gear, bro? Bro. There we go. Am I missing something? I feel like I had something extra. Oh no, it's because I ran out of ammo, so I had the extra slot now. Alright, that was a bit clowny, but at least we're not under attack. And the nice thing is, like, I'm gearing a decent amount, so, like, when I get a crew together, we'll be good to rock and roll with a decent walker and everything into combat. I don't know if they're doing... I assume they're going to do, like, Escape from Tarkov, where they have resets. I haven't seen the devs communicate anywhere how often resets will be yet. So not sure on that before anyone asks. Rooftop's going to be a jackpot. Yeah, there's other things, like looting solo is obviously going to take you a long time. You'll get a lot of stuff, but it'll take a long time to clear an area. I imagine looting with a team is very quick, so you just get past the let's go get some gear stuff and quickly into the let's fight stuff. Doesn't look like there's anyone around at all, though. That's why I want to get a group so I can do more Storm, because you just can't really... There's no point doing Storm as a solo as long as the mode is bugged and lets you spawn in against multiple players, because it's literally impossible to win. Even if they're not very good at aiming, the fact there's 2-on-1 already puts you at a distinctly huge disadvantage. It becomes like monkey with typewriter logic, where they don't actually have to hit you very often each. Is there no loot on the roofs? Oh, there is over there. Long walk. Long walk. Some decent stuff there, actually. Does my pistol use 8.2? I don't think it does, right? It uses 8mm. Which I believe I can use. Yep, I can. Nice. Okay. Another time bomb? Oh, I don't have room for that. Guess get rid of the extra food. And the basic 12 gauge too. Let's pick that up. Pick up a fancy revolver. Should be some stuff down there. I can see a red crate on the ground too. Yeah, full damage is pretty generous too. You can fall quite a bit before taking damage. Which, by the way, big shout out to the devs for that. A lot of these type of games are way too obsessed with making you die from like a 2mm fall. It's like, dude, it's like all these people grew up on the moon and cannot handle basic physics. What's up, Fail? You're watching me like you're on TikTok. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've got that mode, haven't I? Yep, set that up nicely. I guess this is actually a pretty good game for that type of view too, actually. Still not sure if it works that well for the RTS fans when they're watching Age of Empires, but definitely works a lot better for Twitch viewers watching FPS games. Am I out of slots? I am. There's too much good gear. That's what I'm talking about, man. I kind of wish I could just walk my walker up on top of this entire area to make this quicker. What I'll probably do is gather that stuff and then move the walker around to the warehouse area so it's closer. What game is this? This is Sand Raiders of Sophie. So basically it's like Sea of Thieves and Escape from Tarkov had a baby in the middle of a desert. So you have these walkers that you control. You can put guns on them. You fight other people's walkers. You go around the map to these different city locations in the desert and you loot them for gear. It's a bit buggy right now because it's early days, but the concept is really cool. Yeah, I think it definitely has potential. It's just the case of whether they can iron out the bugs. Like, for example, combat, in my experience, can be quite, like, laggy. People teleporting and whatever. But if they can figure that stuff out, they can get the basics nailed in to be smooth, I think it'll keep an audience entertained for quite a while. I'm just on kind of a boring loot run because I'm just a one-man army right now, you know? So not as engaging of gameplay, I guess. But I can still find people to 1v1 with, right? To me, from what I've seen of this game, what I've experienced myself and then the gameplay I've seen, I think its strength 100% lies in team play. The team play really is where the party begins and the fun starts. Oh, slots. Grab that. I said I was going to bring the walk around, didn't I? Let's go do that now. And then we might try for an extract and see if we can find someone on the way. I mean, sadly, I didn't see anyone. I don't see anyone's smokestacks anywhere, so it's like no one to fight. There's also the sad part is if you don't find someone early, you get to this point where you're like, well, I've kind of got like a decent amount of crap on me now. So I'm not even sure if I want to find someone anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of get to the point where you're like, what is the chances I'm going to fight that guy? He might just be a really good shot and have nothing on board. So even if I beat him, that's why I definitely think I prefer the idea of the Battle Royale type mode where you've got the storm that gets smaller. Because you know that by the time you're dealing with people in the final rings, they must have looted a decent amount to still be there, right? But when you play this, the Voyage mode, which is where you can be out as long as you want, I think this mode has specifically been designed just so people can farm sort of thing. I don't feel like I see as much combat, but you do sometimes see it. But I think it's because we've queued this solo. I don't think, like I said, I don't think solo is as popular. Which is understandable because this, to me, feels like a game that peaks around the idea of playing with people. Holy crap, Nightbot is going... I'm going to have to disable Nightbot, yeah. I have to remember after this stream to look into that and find a better solution. Because Nightbot's just not been doing very well recently. Like, I've got a command that's set to run every 58 minutes, and it keeps spamming it twice. Sup, big dog? Oh, woo. Damn it. Come here. Should be more than that. Yeah, they're already shooting me. Alright, let's see what we got. Gimme, gimme, gimme. It's funny, because when I play Battle Royales, I'm the opposite of the Loot Monkey. I'm the guy who just always goes to fight. I'm kind of the Loot Monkey right now. So that's a box with a beacon. The moment we pick it up, it's going to mark it on everyone's map. So we want to make sure we're ready to bug out of here once we pick it up, which is why I haven't picked it up yet. Like, it doesn't even matter if you drop it. Once you've picked it up, if you drop it, you've marked yourself, or rather, you marked the box on the map, which means you've marked yourself. All right, nice. So finish up over here. I just sworn there was something here. I think it's the medical container down there, but it's a basic one, so I don't really care as much about it. This area's clear. Some crap inside here. More guns. The music's catchy, though. If you don't like anything else about the game, the music's pretty good. This one I heard multiples. Maybe not. Alright. Where, oh where are the goodies? Pretty sure I saw a red crate. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, okay, that's good. Yeah, we need a second container, but that's some special ammo. Purple, I think, is the highest tier. Actually, no, there's like exotic, which is orange, but that I don't think many things categorize into exotic in this game. Drop some of the basics, get the good stuff. I also should just put this stuff in the other container. Yeah, so transfer like that, and boom, there you go, you've reorganized. Lots of room now. Whoop, whoop. Another red. Dude, this place has so much red. Hell yes. Lots of good stuff. Lots of purple ammo. Perfect. I think this is, without sounding like a pussy, going to have to be an extract because we've got too much good stuff. Like, there's not much value in just hanging around and trying to find someone to fight this run. But that is the way the cookie crumbles. I guess it creates the intensity around now extracting. It's like, well, yeah, you got this good crap. Now you have to get it out. Good luck. Alright, there we go. And they're quick. Give me some more reds, I reckon. It's a lot of the scrap stuff, so I should get the other container then. And we've also got machine, which can make a god gun if I have enough alloys, which I'm pretty sure I don't have that many alloys on me. But I'll go check. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm in luck. Is that the main thing in here? Pretty much, actually. I'm going to do a double check in case there's something on the ground I can't see, because sometimes is the case and I just forget. I don't think there is. Yeah, I guess I'm going to do a check and see if I got enough alloys, but I'm pretty sure I won't. 40 alloys sounds like a lot, unless you found like a god tier location to loot. Oh, crap. We got problems, chat. No, we got really big problems. Fudge. That's an enemy. Or maybe an enemy. Bro, no. Not like this. I'm going to have to ditch the other stuff. It's not as important as getting out of here alive. Dude, he's coming straight for me as well. You rodent. Uh-oh. Is he a rammer? I think he's just not paying attention. Seems more likely. Need to get out quick. Oh, dude, he's kind of battered me a hit. What? No, bro, I can't. What? I've fucking died around a corner. I've just died around a corner, chat. Died around a freaking corner to this. Fuck. He's also detonating it. Like, I don't know, man. This is another kind of big problem. I mean, I didn't think to put gear in the room, but like, it's kind of silly you need to. Fucking, this is what I mean, though. This is what I don't like about solo play, is like, it takes so long to loot. I mean, it's kind of greedy, right? But like, it takes so long to loot that this shit happens in the end. I don't know how he's hitting me so reliably. Fuck, whatever. I'm done. I'm not doing another session after that, man. I'm going to come back at this when I've got some people to play with. It's just not, like, this is what I meant about the gameplay loop sucks in solos. Because it wasn't engaging because we couldn't actually just have a fight. If we had a real fight, it would have been cool. But I basically have this guy rolling up on me when I need to turn on fucking engine to try and even compete. And then by then, he's jumped on board and taken the first shot while I'm not looking. Then the second shot was, I don't know. The first shot was bullshit. The third shot, I was around the corner. That's just not fun, man. Oh, fuck this. Yeah, I think if you see me streaming this game again, it's not going to be solo. It's going to have to be groups. And that's why. Because, like, you can't... I could have left early, I guess. But, like, what are you going to do? You're going to leave early to loot, like, export anyway, to exfil anyway. And the worst fucking part of it all, I think, pissed me off the most, is we got all the purple stuff literally when he came. Like, the timing could not have been worse. Like, I mean, I'm not a big streamer. If I was, I would have called fucking stream snipe on that shit. The timing was egregious, though. Like, legit, as I'm coming back, just in time to get ram rushed. Fuck, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a call there, guys. I need to get some food in me. I don't want to sit here and just mold. It sucks when it ends like that. Because, like, I've watched some people play groups, and when you're in groups, you get this epic back and forth. You know, you're trying to blow up the ship. I mean, my ship layout, that's the old ship layout, isn't as good for stopping boarding anyway. But, like, in general, like, boarding's going to be harder. There's more people. When you're a 1, it's just bad. It's just not great. So, I'm a caller. Thank you for watching, guys. Kind of shitty gameplay to watch in the end because legit, we just got to Loot Monkey. I kind of wanted to fight, but the one time we see a guy is when we're away from our ship and just finishing up looting. So kind of frustrating. But if you do see me stream this more, it'll be for good reason. It'll be because I actually have a stack so that we can get some 2v2s and 4v4s and whatever else where, honestly, I think the game will be good. Anyone who's played Sea of Thieves playing solo knows how bullcrap bad Sea of Thieves is when you're a solo. And I think Sand is just that times by 10 because it's extraction as well. But GG's. Thanks for watching, guys. More streams to come throughout